This version of It's Erik Nagel has been modified from its original broadcast. Content has been edited to fit this platform.
Believe none of what you hear and half of what you see.
Are you ready? I said, are you ready?
It's Erik Nagel. And it starts now.
Ladies and gentlemen of the universe, the next voice you hear, it's Erik Nagel.
Thank you, Scott Shannon. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the program. I am Erik, and joining me as always from the frozen tundra known as Arizona, say hello to Jordan.
Hi, everybody.
Almost. Without a hitch. We were almost there.
If you're 26.
Yes. If you're listening on the iHeartRadio app, do us a kindness and put us in the #1 position on the presets. If you're on Apple, Spotify, any of those places, you can go over there. Leave us a positive review. It does help out the show, or so we're told. You can join us live each and every week. Hell, if you're here in the room, you already got this information. But for those of you on the radio end and the podcast end, YouTube and Twitch are the place to be. At It's Erik Nagel. Go over there and subscribe. And if you can't be here live and you just want to catch up, see best of clips, the video show, any of that stuff, all on the YouTube channel at It's Erik Nagel. And we're going to give another little tease. Something very fun is coming very, very soon to the show. We're going to try for next week, not making any promises, but a lot of progress was made this week, and Jordan got to check out a little bit of the new system that is coming. And do you approve?
I do. It's also very scary. It's scary how cool it's going to be.
Right.
I'm not going to say too much, but yes, I approve.
Okay.
I'm excited for what's coming after when we, can really beef it up a little bit.
Yeah, well, this is one of many things that are in the works to come. That one looks like it'll be here sooner than we think. So
right.
Your eyes peeled for that. Anything else business-wise we got to talk about before we get into the rest of the show? We're at over 6,400 on YouTube. Thank you very much for subscribing. If you haven't done that, go over there and throw us a like, throw us a subscribe. If you're watching this now, hit the damn like button. What's it going to kill you? It's not going to put you out at all. At least hopefully it won't. And that's it as far as the show stuff, I think.
Actually, I'm actually going to address some of the show stuff too. We know that the vertical stuff has been going out to YouTube. That is a system issue that we're working on. I know Rob has brought it up in vertical format. So compact. Whatever. There is a way to switch it because I monitor YouTube while we do it, and I am not on the vertical portion of it, but I think it's something where you have to go in and pick your format specifically. So if you're accidentally watching on vertical and you're seeing my big face in that little square, please go find the other version. It's much more palette. No, don't do that. It's definitely much, much better for everyone that you don't do the vertical.
There was a collective, oh my God, jump scare that just happened as we put Jordan's face live and direct on the vertical thing there. Here's my thinking of it. Once we figured out we could, what is Rob saying? If you both turn your head slightly, it looks like you're
Look, for the right amount. Hold on, is that the way? Yeah.
No. Or you could do it like an anaconda where you open your mouth and go
right.
the other person. At first, when they turned this thing on automatically, we're like, how the fuck? We didn't look at the settings. So how do we turn it off? Now we know how to turn it off. For the live show, I don't think I want to because we get a lot of live views off the vertical there. I guess you're taking from the Opie playbook with that. But the thing is that it does count towards views to the channel, and that's great. We are aware that it does not count to anything that can monetize from the vertical, at least, because the vertical requirements are way higher than the what do you call this? The horizontal, the landscape version of
landscape
the show.
Mode, yeah.
It just helps the channel with numbers. So we'll leave that there. If you don't like it, you don't have to watch it. And it's turned off as soon as the show's done anyway. So it disappears and we don't have to worry about it. So there we go. All done. All done. All right. We got to catch up.
Done.
The what?
Done.
I don't have anything that relates to that, do I?
I know.
No.
I don't think so.
Nope. All right. We got to pick the drink of the day, and I had a gift dropped off to me today.
Did you?
Well, drink of the day, and I'm only bringing this up now because it's been sitting in the energy drink archive, I guess, over here, the collection. So I'm going to try the Straw Bango from Ghost finally.
Right? It's been sitting there for months.
Because big news, apparently this thing was not out nationwide. So Ghost just made an announcement of a couple of their drinks.
That's weird. It's been here for like
but I guess there's huge pockets of the country that don't have access to this. So now this is going out nationwide.
Missouri.
It'll be a cold day in hell before I recognize Missouri. So this is now out available, or is going to be out nationwide for those who enjoy mango for some reason. Also, they're bringing back in a big way the lemonade iced tea.
Yeah, you texted me the other night about that one. You were very excited.
So when they discontinued it after the summer and everybody online was like, yo, it was terrible. Nobody liked it. Really? They're bringing it back. And now it is a store exclusive.
Yeah.
It's so weird that food and snacks and energy drinks are now being treated as if they're, one of one Topps cards, Pokemon cards, Funko Pops with the convention stickers on them. That now food is being traded like a collectible. Mm-hmm. So the lemonade iced tea is coming back to Walmart exclusively. And what's the other one that they made the deal with? Circle K. Circle K. Strange things are afoot at the Circle K.
Because right now, Circle K also, they're supposed to have the market on this one. Monster Energy Drink put out a new Punk Punch flavor. Right. Tastes like Hawaiian
Do you have
Punch.
It here with you?
I don't have it here with me.
Where are they? I thought you were saving them for the show.
No, I forgot.
You drank them?
But I got these, so I kept these so we could do those. Okay. And then, so Monster put out like a couple of them where they had that. They had a new Voodoo Grape, which is like a full sugar grape flavor. It tastes slightly like the Welch's, the other Ghost flavor. What I did get to have that I should have saved for the show, but it is so damn good. The Welch's Grape Cranberry is out for Ghost.
I have not. To be fair, I haven't looked for it yet, but I will find it.
It's so good.
There's a store near me that's been doing 2 for $4 sales with the Ghost, so I stocked up heartily on the Welch's Grape.
That's good.
I can't find C4 anywhere. All the stores near me, the C4 supplies are empty.
That's weird.
It is weird. I was like, they didn't discontinue their entire flavor line. The company didn't go out of business, but 7-Eleven, CVS's, Walgreens, supermarkets, any of the regular places you would go to they're not there. Or if they are, it's an abundance of the flavor you don't give a shit about, like that blue raspberry one or the ones the cans now that they dress up to
weird
make it look
sour
like,
flavors.
Well, no, they do these cans with some special artwork that make it look like it's the Prime. Prime drinks. Yeah. But you can't find the regular stuff. Like I'm getting a little bit low on my Hawaiian Punch supply. So I have to, I'm starting to get concerned.
Well, sorry, go ahead.
No, I was gonna say they have the Straw Bang. What is it? Straw Bango? Straw Bango is out nationwide. The lemonade iced tea is coming back in a big way. They are getting rid of, starting now, I think, if you liked the Sour Patch flavors.
Yeah. Well, it's because they had that deal with the candy place that
and I know that's big for a lot of people. I'm not a Sour Patch fan at all, but those flavors did very well for that company. They're all gone or they're discontinued. You buy whatever's there and then that's it. Yeah. But they've got new stuff coming now because they made the deal with with Keurig, the coffee company that owns Dr. Pepper. So there is a 7-Up lemon lime drink coming to Ghost, which I'm very excited about. There's a 0 sugar one for that one. They have a root beer, A&W root beer energy drink coming too. So now soda, which had been taking a dive for the longest time because a lot of younger people aren't drinking soda. They're also not drinking alcohol, but we've seen those numbers decline, on the news. So now soda's moving into the energy drink. It's like, well, let's just make our soda an energy drink.
Yeah, let's just put up the caffeine content and get the kids addicted again.
Yeah, why not? Why not? And it's just a matter of time before Coke and Pepsi hop on that bandwagon and then go, hey,
they used to, like, they've had like energy. Yeah, but
they did the Kona coffee thing.
Yeah, that was gross.
You don't want coffee in a carbonated form or a soda form. It's terrible. But if you can get like Coca-Cola Classic as an energy drink, that'll do very well. Because you just got to move it from one side of the drink display at 7-Eleven to the energy drink side, where it's pretty much all Monster and Red Bull at this point. Put that over there; it'll sell a ton of money for all of that.
Like I showed earlier, we got a couple new. It's an old brand moving into the energy drink business. We got Liquid Death.
Oh wait, hold
on.
Now
putting out their.
Let me switch over to you.
That button. You got Liquid Death. This one is...
Can't read it with the lighting. What does the flavor say?
It's called Murder Mystery. So I don't know what this one is. And then this one right here is a Tropical Terror. So, and then they have a strawberry flavor and then another flavor I sent you a picture of.
Pop open the Murder Mystery. I'm curious.
Do you want? Okay, that's what I was wondering what that one was going to be. So we'll try Murder Mystery here.
Well, you do that. Our pal Intersect in the chat. Coke had the coffee and an energy drink. The coffee was better. I don't remember the energy drink. I remember Coke did the Kona coffee thing for a while. Then Pepsi started doing it, and then they did that nitrous style soda. Where they also did the coffee soda again with that. I don't remember that. That's a funny name. Turner Oscar 99 in the chat. As Americans, have you tried Clearly Canadian? Yes, that was huge in the 90s here.
I love
Clearly Canadian. And then it disappeared for a long time. Now you can find them at Dollar Trees. Like the cherry flavor was always my go-to. I know they had like
a mixed berry or something that I really liked.
Every time, because I remember Clearly Canadian pretty fondly, like during college, having that at the school store. You'd get a sandwich or something, and you would get that because they didn't have the cool iced teas that they have now. They had Brisk in the can, which was just liquid.
I used to drink a lot of Brisk until you realize that's just pure sugar.
Yeah, it was terrible. But that, and then they had the other drink that made me want to throw up right next to the Clearly Canadian. It looked like It looked like corn syrup with like fruit particles.
Oh, that's Orbits.
Yes, thank you, Orbits.
Yeah.
I would look at that and you'd turn it over and you'd see it slowly move in the bottom. Like it's sludge.
You're like drinking a lava lamp.
Yeah,
so gross.
That is a fair point. You're drinking a lava lamp.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was gross. I would never drink it. It's turned my stomach all the time. Andy Hannon saying Walmart has the cran grape right now. I guess I'm going to Walmart this weekend because
really
I'll be picking that up, and I'll be picking up the Ghost Lemonade iced tea. Okay, catching up here, and then we'll get to Jordan's thing. They had infused drinks now. Coke did have an energy drink, classic and cherry. I would love to try those if they ever brought them back. And he's saying Publix has them in the South. There is zero sugar clearly. There is a zero sugar Clearly Canadian now. Everything should be zero sugar because when they say it's the regular version, it's not sugar. It's high fructose corn syrup. And if you don't know really, if you want a good visual on that, buy a can of like peaches, or like the fruit salads in the can. Get it in
like one cherry in it.
Get it in the heavy syrup. You open up the can and you dump it out, and how slowly it comes out and how thick the syrup is. That's essentially what's in the soda. But Coca-Cola did change their policy, and you can get in the bottles, not in the cans. The bottled versions of Coca-Cola Classic, the United States version, is made with cane sugar now. You can get the Mexicoke still taste better for some reason. I get the giant Mexicokes, but the regular ones, they taste fine. They just don't taste as good as the Mexican one. So I don't know what it is that's different in the Mexican way of making Coke Classic now compared to how Americans doing it with the sugar cane. So something else is different or not in that recipe that makes it fire, makes it good in that sense. Yeah.
This taste This is my problem. I'm like not a huge fan of Liquid Death. I've tried.
This is murder mystery flavor, right?
This is murder mystery.
Okay.
I've tried really hard to really get into Liquid Death because, zero sugar. There's only 5 calories in this. The water is fine. I mean, you can't mess up water really. I mean, except for Dasani. Dasani tastes like dirt water.
What's the water that has salt in it? Is it Dasani?
Just whatever's got electrolytes. I think it might be at Dasani.
It's not electrolytes. The Dasani.
It's just salty water.
Yeah,
probably Dasani.
Yeah, I think it was the Dasani because I remember a long time ago I looked at the label and it had a sodium count in it. And like a bottle of water should not have a sodium count in it.
Right. Everything should be 0. Why do I have numbers on here? Yeah.
Yes.
So there's always something off-putting about these, but this isn't terrible. I don't think I'm going to drink them past this, little experiment here. This one tastes like a cherry cream with a little bit of spice, almost like a cherry Coke.
Okay.
It's not terrible, but it does have that off taste that they do with Liquid Death, where they're sweetening everything with agave.
Yeah.
So it's got a different flavor profile than when you do like a stevia
kind of sweetener than
So it's like a
stevia or equal sweet and low, high those corn, any of that stuff there.
Yeah, it's got a weird aftertaste.
Liquid Death is appealing with some of the flavor. Like they had that peach tea one that I tried. I was like, oh, this will be good. I like peach tea, and it still just was very weak. Like in flavor, it's like they barely flavored the water. And if it was sold that way, like bubbly or a seltzer or something, what you're getting. You're going in there. It's like, oh, I'm getting a hint of fruit flavor while I'm drinking a club soda. It's fine. But when you go to Liquid Death, then it's like murder your thirst. And then you go peach tea, or they had a lemon iced tea agave one. And I'm like, that sounds great. And you go to drink, it's like, it's so diluted.
Yeah.
It's not really that appealing. Now, my tune will quickly change if they came on board and offered us a sponsorship or something.
It'd be the best thing I've ever drank.
I'll be wearing the t-shirt. The background will have a giant skull. It'll be total sellout city.
Yeah.
But 100%. For now, it's just, it means well. Like I want to like it, but I'm always kind of like, it's okay.
Yeah. Andy actually nails it. This is exactly kind of how I should have described it. It tastes like a dollar store Dr. Pepper cream soda. Yeah. It's got a little bit of spice to it. That's why I was thinking like more of a soda flavor. Right. But it's definitely like cherry and cream. Okay. So it's kind of like a smoothness to it, but it's that agave that just has a weird aftertaste.
I see Turner Oscar there in the chat. Joe Cola was big as a kid. That was the original energy drink. Yes, you are correct. That was hidden in the far top corner of your 7-Eleven or your deli. It didn't have prominent display because I guess it was supposed to be there for adults to see on the top shelf, but they didn't want kids drinking it. Well, good news. Jolt Cola has their own energy drink, which has been sitting here too. So eventually we're going to have to try that at some point.
Just drink them all. Do it now.
All right. So you did that. I'm going to open up the Strawbango. That's the movie Chad Dukes was in, right? Strawbango?
Strawbango, yeah.
That is good.
Is it?
And for being warm, like this wasn't in the fridge. This would be even better cold.
Yeah, I mean, energy drinks like a warm are just kind of gross.
Yeah, but some are tolerable. Like if you just grabbed it off the shelf at a store because it wasn't in the fridge, it's one thing. But having them be cold is exactly what you need to have. But drinking this as is, Strawbango is pretty damn good. I'm amazed.
I always find ghost flavors are usually kind of like they always feel artificially way too sweet. That's why when I got the Welch's and the cran, like the cranberry flavor balanced out everything just perfectly.
The Welch's is very good. I used to like the Ghost has an orange creamsicle, and I'm a fan of an orange creamsicle product. And I was drinking it, and then after a little while, you start feeling the texture of it, and you're like, I don't think I enjoy this anymore. So I stopped drinking it. They put out a raspberry cream last year that people online were raving about. It is nauseating. Gross. Yeah, it is like if you go to the Cheesecake Factory and get their white chocolate raspberry swirl cheesecake and liquefy it, that's what it tastes like. You're drinking a raspberry cheesecake, and you again the texture and over sweetness. I was like, I can't be here for this. This is not for me. Can't deal with that. So yeah, the straw bango is good. Did you want to open up the other one that you had?
No, I'll save that for later. I'll start getting a back stock like you, and just we'll have these. I don't think I need this much energy in my system. The other new flavor I tried was Monster Energy put out their normal, gasoline flavor.
Right.
You want to put that up there real quick, if you can get a good look at that one.
There we go.
This one's the Monster Energy drink, 0 sugar. It's supposed to just taste like I said, their gasoline flavor, but it's got a strawberry shot to it.
Okay.
It's okay. If you're into that sort of thing. Hold on, put that back up. There's the Punk Punch. It's hard to see. There we go. So yeah, it's a nice pink can, and then they got the Voodoo Grape, which is just grape juice. It's not bad. Yeah, it just literally tastes like gasoline, man. Like, you're not. There's no other way to describe it. You can't sit there and go, "Oh, it tastes like Coke." No, it doesn't. It tastes like you should be putting your face up to the gasoline. I've never liked
Monster Energy drinks.
Yeah,
there's one, and I don't even know if it's really a full energy drink because it's not caffeine. It's B12 stuff, but I do drink. If I see it in the store, I grab that yellow can.
Oh, yeah.
The lemon tea.
The rehabs.
Rehab, yes. Yeah. The lemon tea rehabs. Those are fine. Those are I enjoy those, actually. Apparently, there's 2 other flavors for the tea. There's a peach and a berry, which I have not found or haven't tried. But I'll get the Monster Rehab, the lemon tea. The rest of the stuff, I just don't have I don't know. Monster is just so off-putting. I remember, and I've said this many times, but when we were doing O&A, Steve had a deal with Monster Energy drink, and we had crates in the office, outside the office, and they were all like that gasoline flavor. Their Java blends, all the coffee stuff. I hated
never got
all
into
of
the coffee ones.
I tried all of them that they would give us. I tried, and I'm like, I can't drink this. This is all terrible. Steve used to down like 2 cans a show.
Well, and this is before they put out like the ultra flavor, so like none of them were like sugar free. They had like a low carb, but it still had sugar in it. And when I was working at a car dealership, there would be a truck that would just pull up, all branded with Monster, and then they would open it up, and the whole bed was full of ice and Monsters, and they would just hand it out to like customers and all the salesmen and stuff like that, and we would just be drinking them constantly.
Monster still has a big presence in a lot of sporting events and concerts and what have you.
I think it was listed as one of the biggest and most profitable brands of 2025.
Yeah, Monster is there. Remember, there used to be another drink that would do like X Games and stuff. Sobe. It wasn't an energy drink.
Oh, yeah, with the little lizard on there.
Thing. Yeah, and then that disappeared for I don't know. Stevie Doherty in the chat. Steve C drank to a show. Oh yeah, like if he didn't have those, he had what was the Diet not Diet Dr. Pepper, Diet Mountain Dew.
Oh,
he had like bottles of those. Now everybody else on the show is getting coffee. I'm an iced tea guy, and it's been well documented on that show. I would get the giant thing from the Dunkin' Donuts downstairs, the unsweetened iced tea with like 2 or 3 pieces of lemon in there, and that's what I would drink. But yeah, Steve had the Monster Energy drinks and the Diet. I keep saying Diet Dr. Pepper, Diet Mountain Dew. Yeah, through his shifts or with his breakfast or with that stuff. Yeah, it's insane. But that lovable bear is missed. What is Andy saying here? Steve having an energy drink sponsorship explains so much of the 2000s. Oh yeah, they were tied into Foundry and a whole bunch of stuff. Yeah, it was an interesting time to be alive. I like, somebody said something about the punch. Where's the fruit punch one? There's Intersect. Nas Energy drink was an awful time. Fruit punch carbonated, just bad. It depends, because I don't know if this. I don't think this is carbonated, but I do enjoy the Hawaiian Punch C4. It's 0 sugar and what have you. Celsius used to have this line, or they have this line called Essentials, but they don't have the flavor anymore. They had a fruit punch in the big can that I really enjoyed. I thought it was really good for a fruit punch, and then they got rid of that. You're the one that says, is it Monster that has the Punk Punch?
Yeah, Punk Punch. They just released it.
And then there's another one too. There's another brand. I don't remember the name that has a fruit punch one that I would like to try as well. And then there's one called, I think it's called Ride, RYDE. They have the Kool-Aid license.
Yeah.
And I tried the grape Kool-Aid one there, and that one was also excellent. So what a difference a year makes, because
you were giving
I
me crap
hated
about
energy drinks, wanted
drinks.
nothing to do with them, and now they're all over the place here for us. I want to show you something else that was dropped off to me. I hadn't had this in a while, but as a Christmas gift, I'm only going to show you one 4-pack here. But I brought a I guess the tray. You know how they put the cellophane over it? It's all in there. Got a 4-pack of cheer wine.
Oh, nice.
So yeah, there's how many were in there? 1, 2, 3, 4 4-packs of cheer wine.
Damn. Cheer wine was hard to get on the West Coast for the longest time. Where
it's only out of North Carolina.
Well, now you can go get them if you want to.
Carries it.
I think like what was that place that we were talking about? Cracker Barrel. Cracker Barrel sells them, so you can go to like a Cracker Barrel.
Yeah, they sell that in that Big Red soda, which people in the South or people in Texas love Big Red, and I can't. Red. It just tastes like bubble gum. But yeah, the cheer wine. For those who are not familiar with, it's a soda company out of North Carolina. It's a very heavy cherry soda. It doesn't taste like cough syrup. It doesn't taste artificial. It tastes like cherry as a soda. It's the way God intended it.
When I was out to visit and I went to Chad's show in Virginia and stuff like that, they had Cheerwine Zero, which was pretty tasty.
Yep.
I'm like, all right, cool. I can get all the cherry syrup and zero flavor. Perfect.
I will definitely have to go pick up the Zero. But, when you're given a free 4-pack of 4-packs, you take what you're given and you smile and nod politely. So, Andy Hannon, just a couple of packs of, just got a couple packs of Cheerwine Ale. I have not tried that. I did hear about that, but I have not tried it. So, Cheerwine brewed into a beer is interesting.
It's so funny to listen to you talk sometimes about certain things because, like, we go from Christmas where people who know you really are supposed to know you, get you the dumbest, I wouldn't say dumbest, but like, get you gifts that you don't like. And then every week you have this, someone dropped it off, anonymous benefactor that's always bringing you the most delicious things in the world. And I'm like, that's the person that should be buying you Christmas gifts.
Well, I'll say, because it's not the same person dropping things off. These are different people.
That is so funny.
But this particular person, she does know me very well. And she's also a benefactor to leftover consumer snacks. So when I have stuff that we tried, I tape up the packages as I do. And I split them up, and there's like my neighbor gets one, and then I'll reach out to her and go, "Hey, we have this stuff here. Would you be interested in that? Would you and your husband like that?" Oh, absolutely. He would. There you go, and drop it off. So they listen, they know, they follow the consumer, so they pay attention. That's awesome. Wait a minute, Giddles. We do a Cheerwine sausage at his butcher shop. That's interesting.
I gotta say, some of my best parts of my day is when Giddles just randomly sends us pictures of him holding slabs of meat, and I'm like, God, that sounds so good.
Well, he did today.
He did it today, and it just made me happy. I'm sitting there going, oh, I could go for a steak right now.
Hey, Giddles, if you're okay with it, I don't want to put it up if he's not. If you're cool with it, can I show everybody that photo you sent me today of you holding the meat?
Dry aged.
What did he say it was? It was 120 day dry aged steak. Giddle says we reduced the Cheerwine to a cherry syrup and wick it with tart cherries. Go for it. 120. Okay, cool. Give me a second here to load this up because he sent that photo and in our one of our group chats, and everyone just is so excited to see things like that.
Just like you meet Rob and Giddles, and every time he sends it, we're just like, oh God. We could just go for that, and then we just talk about food for like an hour.
Okay, here it is here. So look at this. And I said, the way that steak looks is that's the new, going forward, that's the new way. You know how people do the thing with their hands and they make the heart?
The little heart things?
That's the new way to do it now. That's the new meme. Instead of doing it with your fingers, you hold a piece of steak so it looks like a heart. That's when you know that they're expressing love to the people that follow and support them. So,
like he made a heart out of 128-day aged dry meat.
Giddles, Andy in the chat, does your job ship, or am I going to have to rip that off at home? Oh, fantastic!
Yeah, I'm a big fan. Keep it up, Giddles. Bring on the different stuff. I love when that happens. All
right, we have that moving on. Do you want to give your roof update before I get into my stuff?
We could do that. I was trying not to cough into the mic. I'm trying to hit
Why are you wearing a bowling glove?
Because I just came from the lanes. No, I hurt my wrist. So last week, where we left off is they had come. It was raining. They brought the wrong tiles and couldn't deal with it. Friday comes around after the show, and they the same guy comes back in, right roof tiles, goes up, replaces the roof tiles, and then we run a hose up to the roof. And so we sit there and do.
You're running hose on the roof?
We're running hose in the different area codes.
Side hustle.
Yeah. I mean, again, OnlyFans on the roof, got to happen. So he's basically soaking areas of the roof where he thinks maybe the leak could have been happening, right?
Right.
So he soaks the area where the roof tiles were missing. Nothing. I'm inside waiting for anything to drip down the walls or in the ceiling or to the windows or to the walls. And then
so the rain drips down your balls.
So the drain drips down my walls.
That's the better line.
Yeah, exactly.
That also might be the show title. From the windows to the walls till the rain drips down your walls.
Yeah.
There we go.
So nothing happened. So he moves the water over to the stucco area that I discussed last week. And so he sits there, and then he's basically soaking these areas as if it's like inches of rain hitting it in one concentrated spot. So if something's going to come down the walls or through the house, you're going to notice it. So he does that area. No, nothing. No water coming through. So he goes and tries another spot where he thinks might be an issue. Again, nothing. And I've got a light out just to make sure I'm not missing it. No water's coming through. So he tries one more spot, a little bit more elevated near where my solar panels are, because then that's an issue. Nothing. He soaks this roof so much water, no leak. So I say, so basically because the tiles weren't there, the roof leaked because of that, right? He goes, well, my hypothesis, which is his way of saying I can't officially say so because then I'll get in trouble.
You should interrupt him and go spell it.
Yeah,
you can't spell it. Just don't use words you can't spell.
Yeah, tap it out in Morse code. So he goes, my hypothesis is that there's a metal piece where some of the tiles go that usually gets pushed down by the weight of the tiles. Well, that wasn't pushed down because the tiles were missing. So the water hitting that blank spot, waterproof, everything fine, no big deal. But the water's got to go somewhere. And because it's at an angle and it's going in underneath that metal plate where it normally shouldn't, that's what's causing the water to go in and had the new issues with my ceiling and some of the wall issues. So I'm like, okay, cool.
Okay.
So he leaves. Everything's fine. I'm going to reach out to the customer service area and I'm going to demand some money off. The project supervisor comes out Monday to inspect the final product finally. He gets on the roof. Oh, mind you, Friday, the guy comes, he's like, I've got extra tiles. Do you want them? And I'm sitting there going, well, did I pay for them? And he goes, well, yeah, technically. And I was like, yeah, just stack them right here. He stacked them up in my
tiles that you paid for. Hey, do you want your stuff back?
Do you want these? Well, like there's a lot of customers that don't need it. They're like, what am I going to do with it? I'm never going on the roof. So he stacks them up, leaves, no big deal. Monday comes around, project manager schedules something. He comes around like 1:00 in the afternoon. Him and I, he goes up there, starts going around, looking around, making sure everything's okay. He comes down the ladder and I'm out there because at this point I need to have a conversation with the guy. He goes, there's 2 tiles still broken. I need to go put some more up. And I'm like, that's fine. He didn't bring tiles. So if I didn't keep those tiles, I would have been in another situation where they were unprepared to fix something. It was
the tiles he was supposed to bring to fix your thing, still your tiles?
Yes. So the tiles he brought down were broken. He goes up and puts them up, whatever. Jesus. So he fixes that. So then him and I have a conversation for like 45 minutes in my driveway. Nicest guy in the world.
Pushing him against the wall with your elbow on his throat?
Like, look here, pal. No, this guy was really, really nice. Really, really nice and really, really honest. So like he gave me some of the skinny about how things are being run at this place, things like that. And he tells me how to approach the customer service. So now I have a way to, basically put him on notice that I'm going to give him a bad review and things like that. What I did do, and this guy was cool, you had sent me the artwork for the full like show stuff that we're going to put together compilation. So I was like, bro, I think Google is the least of your guys' worries if I can't get some kind of resolution. And I showed him, he goes, that's fucking hilarious. So this guy's
What did you show him?
The compilation artwork of my roof and like the show title that you're going to do when you put the stuff all together.
Okay.
And then the show title from this last week's show, Call a Lawyer.
Oh, with the Fortnite guy destroying your roof in your house.
Hilarious. Yeah. So I had a good laugh that morning when you sent that to me. And then, so I showed him that. He goes, you got to be kidding me. I was like, no, like these people are wanting your name. And right now I'm not giving it because I need to get this taken care of.
Right.
So, but yeah, he was very, very open to letting me know that I have to hound them. I have to do that. He was very, very informative. So that's my next step right now is that I have to try to push. I'm basically going to try to say like, look, obviously you guys aren't going to come down and fix my walls or my ceiling. The ceiling probably is just water stains, not so much damage. I still now have to paint a ceiling I wasn't planning on paying for. I want this much money off my bill because I still have to, I still think that the other half of my bill hasn't paid yet. Like it was just, got a card on file. So, that's my next goal right now is to complain to them. And if I don't get my way, I'm going to just hound them as much as possible. And, so he gave me the inside skinny about how how people there are treated, how everything is being done wrong. And it was a very eye-opening conversation. And he couldn't have been cooler. He couldn't have been nicer. I'm not bringing his name up here or anywhere else because I definitely don't want this guy in trouble. But so still ongoing. But I am going to demand some restitution, as it were.
Some prostitution.
Because some prostitution.
Well, it is Arizona
on my roof. Yeah, no, you can't get any porn here. So I mean. All signs point to the fact that hole was left there and water went somewhere and screwed me up. So that's where we're at right now. And until a rainstorm comes through, who knows if that's really the full fix, but as of right now, it's fixed. I just got to get some money off. He's doing the money sign.
Because whose money is that, Jordan?
That's Daddy's money.
I almost brought up that AI version of you. I think I have that. Where is that one?
Do you have it?
I'm looking. I know I have AI Jordan somewhere. That's the one you said was so disturbing. Please don't put that anywhere.
Right. Andy's saying, Jordan, if possible, get specific quotes on cost. If you're as clear as possible on what you want, it simplifies it just to a number they need to write off. That is exactly why I have not shot off a very angry worded email or text or whatever to this company yet. I am trying to figure out what it's going to cost me because I can't just paint the spot that got stained. I have to do the entire ceiling now because, you paint that one spot on a house that's 10 years old. That spot's going to stick out because it's brand new paint, kills mold, mildew.
Or it could be like the guy that had the place before me and paint over several layers of wallpaper.
Gross.
Yeah, I'm going to have in about a month and a half, my new construction is going to be starting. And that's going to be, I have faith in the people that are doing it. They all seem like really nice, obviously qualified, but really nice people.
You think that until you have to repair your roof for 3 months.
No, they come recommended through other credible people that we know. And we'll see how that all goes. But that job's going to take like 6 weeks.
Yeah, it's going to be fun.
Done. It's going.
I know. You and I had discussed it, I think, back in like November about how that's going to work show wise. And I think it's going to be interesting.
Yeah. Because it involves a whole bunch of different factors. So yeah, things are going to get interesting very, very soon. Well, I'm glad we're somewhat getting close to the finish line of your roof issue being done.
Yep. I've somewhat fixed my roof. Now it's time to fix me. I've been trying to diet, trying to eat a little bit better. I joined a gym yesterday.
Look at that segue.
Which is crazy.
What, Planet Fitness for Pizza Fridays?
Right. I need bagels. God, yeah, no.
That's on Saturday or Sunday mornings.
I think so.
Dude,
yeah. And then
Planet Fitness is so kind of fucked up because a lot of their bigger ones have food bars. So you go and you work out. It's not like a juice bar or something like that. Or some gyms have it where you go and you get like smoothie concoctions or what have you, where they put in like your whey powder and your different energy powders and all that kind of stuff. They have pizza bars there. They have, something on Monday, which is different. It just sucks.
Yeah, but I signed up for something because I need to get my shit together because I signed up for a 5K. I know that's not that long, like a long of a race, but I made a promise a year ago to sign up for one, and then so I'm gonna make good on that. And I signed up for a 5K, which is now I gotta actually get ready for that. So I'm eating better, and
that's gonna be your undoing.
It will be. No, it's just I think I needed something to kind of look forward to kind of plan things out, because like I can say, oh, I want to lose weight, but that's like this nebulous thing. Like like I said last week, I looked into
plan a vacation.
All those.
If you're looking for something to look forward to, do something like that.
Because you can be fat on vacation. I mean, look at all these people that go on cruises. It's just a floating buffet.
Hey, it's nothing wrong.
But I don't need my fat ass running around, only 3 miles, but then dying. So
that's what the upper decks are for. You can do your 5K on the upper decks of the cruise ship. You just walk around in circles for a while.
Right.
You get a nice view of the ocean. You have your head. I do that. There's like a walking track.
Yeah.
On the very upper part of the cruise ships. Usually you go there, you throw your headphones on, you walk around the ship several times and you're good. And you go, oh, I earned that. Now I'm going down to the open cafe in the rear end of the ship there and getting a cheeseburger or a hot dog or something.
No, I mean, I'm not huge into gyms, but I used to try to go regularly right before COVID hit. And, I'd lost a bunch of weight. Like I was thinner, like a lot thinner. And then COVID hit, we all got lazy, and then I broke my arm, and then that sucked. Like it became a thing where like I just didn't have the motivation. So this is like just like trying to get me on the better path. I may not stick with this gym. I mean, whatever, but it's something. And hopefully, I'm spending money now. I have to have the motivation to do it.
So you're feeling that as long as you made an effort to try, then that's acceptable.
I just need my participation trophy. That's all I want.
You can live with yourself with that?
Yeah, well, at least try. So
okay.
We'll see.
Fair enough. I
mean, I'm down. I think I'm already down 10 pounds just changing my diet. So, I mean, that's already a huge ordeal. But I didn't want to go like full keto like I've done before, So, like, I'm kind of just, doing better. I saw a quote. It's in German. So this is the way, like it's translated is like in the morning, eat like an emperor. At lunch, eat like a king. And then at dinner, eat like a pauper. And the reason is that you got you carbo load, you eat your big breakfast, you get your energy for the day, you maintain with your lunch, and then you don't sit there and gorge for dinner. Like I'm not going to eat like 3 bowls of spaghetti. And
that's the way it used to be, but now that they flipped the whole food pyramid,
yeah,
everything. So now you eat lightly if breakfast at all, and then at night steaks.
Yeah, just steaks.
Double fisting tomahawk steaks, dipping it into the butter, dipping it into the gratin potatoes. That's the way you do it.
So I went on Chat GPT and put in like my weight, my height, and basically said, hey, like this is what I would like to attain. This is what I'd like to do. And it worked out a workout plan, which is kind of cool.
Is Rob going to be so mad that you didn't reach out to him?
No, because once I actually kind of establish what I want to do, I am going to bug Rob because, I don't do any work for him, but I really want him to do work for me. So.
Yeah, he's been asking when you're going to get that artwork to him.
I've been training myself. Like this is what I do at night. Like I got a new iPad. I got a better iPad, and I can do things through different stuff like Adobe. Mm-hmm. So I've been learning how to use that better because that is way better than using Procreate to design things and logos. So I'm training myself to do that. I'm getting better. And then once I'm comfortable with it fully, I'm going to pump out some artwork for Rob because I definitely owe him that. So
our old producer Paul is in the chat here. Hi, Paul. I also bought the sauna shirts for workouts. Helps develop a better sweat for your workout.
Just going to wear one of those black Glad bags and just run in there like the old weight one.
He says more weight equals more cardio. I don't know if I fully agree with that, but I at least I understand. Tom from Alberta. Jordan doesn't want to get back into his professional wakeboarder shape.
Oh, man. That was fun. I don't think I'm ever going to do that again, but yeah. That'd be nice.
Funyuns in the chat. I lost 104 pounds as of yesterday. You lost 104 pounds yesterday? I'm calling bullshit on that, but congratulations.
Bye, kids.
I started slow, walking, not diet changes at first, and eventually slowly changed diet. Also, no sugar, 10 grams a day.
Sugar's the hard one, and it's also hard when you get two packages from Erik in the same week, and one of them is full of potato chips, and I'm like, damn it.
That's
so
starches.
I'll be rationing those out.
Technically sugars. You're right.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got the several bags of the Thanksgiving chips.
You got me 2 bags of Thanksgiving chips and an off-brand, a Lidl version of the All Dressed. I was still finishing off the giant ass bag that Tom from Alberta sent me. So yeah, and you were like, "Yeah, save those for the kids." I was like, "No, that's not gonna happen."
Did you try the All Dressed chips yet?
I haven't yet. No.
I have a bag of them over for the consumer stuff. We got to get that going very soon because I now have multiple bags. I was like, all right, I'll just put chips in this bag. Now it's like, well, these kinds of chips are all in these different bags. I have a whole 2 bags full of pickle chips.
Well, the problem is that you just sent me a picture. Was it this morning that the cup noodles decided to put out 4 wing flavors? I'm like, God damn it. So I'm going to be getting you a huge box of ramen stuff.
Well, I'm going to try to get those, but yeah, we got to do the ramen show.
Yeah, we got a lot going on.
We've got the soda show. I've got tons of soda over there that we haven't tried.
Consumer is why I'm glad I got a 24-hour gym membership. So after the show, I'm going to go, instead of doing the Jack in the Box run that I love sending pictures to you for, I'm going to just drive past it and go to the gym. So
right. All right.
We'll see.
Good on you.
We'll see.
Good on you for your self-improvement. I'm down a lot of weight in the last couple of years, and I got to the point where it's like sometimes it's hard to eat now. I never thought I'd be at that position in my life, but sometimes I should eat something, but I don't want to eat anything anymore. And then the stuff I used to like to eat, I really don't enjoy anymore.
I'm finding that
I'm noticing salt a lot more now.
Salt is a big one. Sugar is a big one. Like when something is overly sugary, like it's just too cloyingly sweet. Like I just don't like sugar.
I've never been a sweets person, like occasionally in there. I don't, desserts are not my thing, but like sweet, savory, not even sweet and savory, but savory and salty, those kind of.
Salt is a big one. Yeah.
I've been noticing it more since losing a lot of the weight. My water increase is constant. Like I'm going through bottles of this a day with all of that. So I'm peeing like an old man. It's just constant. Like every 20, 30 minutes, I'm pretty much emptying a 30-ounce bottle back into, into the ocean from which it came. I like Sabret's hot dogs. I still love Sabret's hot dogs, but I made one the other day. I bit into it. I mean, it's
salty. It's less sodium.
I'm tasting all the salt now that I didn't used to taste before. And I just went, oh my God, I can't. All right, not doing that anymore. So I had this, I'm switching products on different things because of the salt content. I've been noticing things here and there. It's like I don't eat as much of the chips and the I still enjoy sourdough pretzel, or if you're at a place that makes the hot pretzels, I'm still going to enjoy that.
Stone ground mustard.
Yeah, something like that. But just sitting around snacking, I don't even do that anymore now.
Well, I'm finding that anything food related, like if I'm not cooking it myself, like I'm not finding any enjoyment in it. Like, can't go to a McDonald's, can't go to a Jack in the Box. Like I'm just like, you get that.
Did I talk about McDonald's the other day when I took the kid?
I don't believe so. I think the last time you told me anything about McDonald's is when you went and got the Grinch meal.
Finish what you were saying, and then I'll on that.
I'm just finding you've got that serotonin hit like right away. You think you're enjoying it, and then afterward you're just feeling gross. And I'm just getting really tired of that after effect of just not being happy about it. Like I said, after Vegas, when I made that Caesar salad by myself, like I put it all together, I did the intro, I did the whole bit. That was such a satisfying meal. It's because I put the effort into it. It was all fresh ingredients. It really was a wake up call to like what I'm eating now. Like I don't want to eat garbage anymore.
How am I saying this? Alval Thinker of Alan. I know the guy. He's been a listener and everything for a long time. Apologies. Al, I'll call you. There's so much sodium in the food we eat. It's insane. Look at the ingredients in a can of soup. It's like 89% of your DB of sodium. How is that even legal? The soup
It's
stuff
gross,
I
man.
switched a long time ago, especially after the Campbell's thing happened, when that came out with the executive leaking all that stuff. I was barely doing Campbell's stuff to begin with because I was pissed they got rid of the pot roast
Yeah,
that I used, right? Well, yeah, Campbell's has been long done for me for whatever. But when I do feel like soups, I get the Progresso. They have the reduced sodium cans. I get that stuff now. Like I eat the roasted chicken noodle. I do. They make a Mexican street corn soup.
That sounds really good.
That is really interesting. I mean, it's got the cream and stuff in there, but it's a lower sodium kind of thing. So once in a while, that's not bad. French onion has been a go-to for a while now.
French onion's good, and that could be
French onion,
low sodium, and that could be very low calorie too, because it's just like beef broth and fucking onions.
Well, here's what I've been doing. So I do the French onion soup, right? I heat it up. Then I take my kid eats those King's Hawaiian rolls, but they make slider versions of them, and she uses that for her sandwich for lunch for school. I take like the lid off of it, like you take half of it. And then I put it on a plate, and then I melt over it Gruyere and it's like a Gruyere cheddar blend.
Sounds so good.
You melt it on the plate, just like, because I learned it from cats. You put it on a ceramic plate, you melt it. As soon as the soup's done, the bread goes in the center of the soup floating. You dump the cheese onto it. I'm actually looking into buying French onion crock pots, the crock bowls.
Like the little crocks that you can like stick them in the oven and melt the cheese on top after you put the little bread on there. Yes, I have a set of 4.
Oh, you do? Okay.
Oh, I definitely bought the little crocks. Yeah, I love those kinds of things.
I'm gonna. I think that's my next culinary purchase is getting some of the French onion crock bowls to put into there. Celery tastes so much saltier than it used to.
It's weird. It's because it's just crunchy water. Only noodles, Michael's. I'm eating Panda Express as I watch this. I mean, good on you.
Panda Express is great if you're not in a city that has a good American style Chinese food place.
Yeah.
Even that, I found a place not far from me that is Chinese family style restaurant.
Shitty Wok?
I wish it was Shitty Walk. I wish they had Shitty Walk in the South Park adaptation to Fortnite. I was talking about this with Homer.
Talk about that, yeah.
We were flying in there. I'm like, there's so much other stuff they could have added into this thing that they're not doing. But I'm like, if you had the whole island, like say you made a small island like they did Springfield,
yeah,
the places you could go to, you could go over to the area where it's the Shitty Walk guy fighting with the shitty sushi or whatever.
I would love to find like a little foresty area where every now and then you see Man Bear Pig.
Yeah, that'd
be just fantastic.
Stargate to Imagination Land. There's that's a topic for another time. But anyway,
yeah, we'll talk about it.
Where I'm going with that. The French onion soup, the regular soups without the salt and everything. Yeah, I've been noticing salt the last several months from the diet and everything else, and I was like, wow, I'm really worried. What doesn't bother me though, which is still a problem because you're saying, Eric, you're sitting there noticing the salt, you're cutting down the salt. I still have a weakness for boardwalk style salt and vinegar kettle chips.
Oh yeah, I mean those are delicious.
I know, they're fantastic. Not the ones because they make the kettle chips that are the malt vinegar, salt and malt vinegar ones. Works on French fries, does not work on potato chips. I'm sorry, it just doesn't. They also make a red wine vinegar. Not a red wine vinegar. Is it red wine vinegar? No. It's a salt and vinegar pink Himalayan salt.
That salt doesn't really have taste. That's like a
garnish.
Salt.
It's not an ingredient. Yeah. So anything that's not a regular boardwalk style salt and vinegar for a potato chip is terrible. But if those bags are on sale or if somebody I go past at their place and they have them out there, I'm like, yeah, I'm going to be enjoying some salt and vinegar chips. That is a weakness of mine. Andy Hannon saying the Utz malt vinegar chips are spectacular. I think I
had a bag of those about a month ago.
I thought I didn't like the malt vinegar ones.
They're fine.
I don't know.
I do like just the regular vinegar, but malt vinegar, it's nice to have that different flavor profile. But yeah, they're not my go-to.
These are my go-to. You can see the empty bag here.
Yeah, those are good.
The Hers Kettle salt and vinegar boardwalk style chips.
Yeah.
What is the sodium on this thing here?
A lot.
360 milligrams per serving.
What's the percentage and how many servings?
It says per serving. This thing is about 8 servings per container. Serving size is about 13 chips.
Okay.
Oh, it smells.
I bet
Even the bags. It's like you want to open up and lick the inside of the bag.
It's so funny.
So good. All right. So, Jordan's roof stuff and your new workout venture, weight loss journey.
We'll see. Yeah.
I'm going to write that down so we don't forget.
I did pretty well. Like I said, when I did keto and I kept up on it, it's just, I got to try. Like I actually have an Instant Pot. So I'm going to do those egg bites that people like having, where you just, boil them up and then you can like put them in the fridge and have stuff. It's more about the meal prep. I got some of the stuff. It's a 3-day weekend this weekend. So it's a lot of extra time that I don't have to work that I am going to put into like prepping for things.
Yeah.
Because otherwise I'll go and grab something.
Since you mentioned the egg bites, I am not a big Eggs Benedict fan.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not a hollandaise sauce fan, but I taught myself how to make a hollandaise sauce because I have people in my family that love Eggs Benedict. And I was like, you know what? Let me learn and see how to do all that. So now I know how to make a good hollandaise sauce. I'm still having a problem with the poaching the eggs in the right way for it. So I'm sure that will come in time. Before I get into my thing, I want to talk about something that was sent to me. Oh, people are still talking about chips in there. Hold on.
We love chips, Erik.
Dominic the Hung. What a fucking fantastic night name. Nagel always keeps a handful of chips in his pocket. I wish that were so, but they
Pocket chips.
They don't survive.
It becomes dust after a while, so he throws it in the eyes of his enemies and then runs away.
Funyuns. It's crab chips all day. I'm not a Old Bay fan. I'm sorry.
I don't mind Old Bay in certain things.
I don't like that. Sour cream and onion is never good. I know people like it. What's worse than sour cream and onion is when they do sour cream and cheddar. That just tastes
you don't like those?
Tastes bland and terrible. Not a fan. Although I think it's Hers makes a cheddar horseradish.
Oh, that sounds fantastic. I love horseradish.
That is very good. Very, very good indeed. Let's see for anything else in here. Tom from Alberta. Speaking of chips, Erik, yours went from Montana to Secaucus to a California distribution center to Los Angeles to a New York distribution center and have been at a New Jersey distribution center for 6 days.
That's because you don't have a P.O. box anymore.
Yeah, we closed that office down, and so we're not using that office for the show stuff anymore. So
there's a way you can still get it.
He didn't tell me he was sending stuff. Look, to be fair, he was doing something very nice. I'm not faulting the guy. Otherwise I would have told him I don't have that PO box anymore. We're going to open up a new place this year for everything, but for right now, we're not doing anything.
He goes to the Canadian Costco where he gets a bag of chips the size of an infant, and it's just the all dressed, and it's fantastic. Like Wesley, the kid's into it, and like he's been eating it, and I'm like, I have to hide it because he's going to eat the rest of my chips. I'm like, no, thank you.
Andy in the chat saying, Jordan, if you keto meal preps, if you need keto meal preps, I'll send you some stuff. Mrs. is eating similarly and figured out a couple of solid options.
Yeah, I'm always open to new things. I did keto before, so I've got a good idea of what I like, but I'm always into new stuff. The hard part about keto is that you just got to find things like it's going to be a lot of repetition. So I'll put like tapatio or whatever salsa onto everything because it's no sugar. Mustard is no sugar, no salt, no sugar, at least no calorie. So like it's finding things to bring flavor to the things that you're just bored of. I do the fat bombs. I do this thing called fathead dough, and I'll make like flatbread pizzas with. And fathead dough is basically just egg, almond flour, and mozzarella. You mix it all together, and you can make like bread out of it technically. And it's got a good consistency, and you're just getting very low calorie, low sugar, and you just basically eat your weight in eggs. Like I think I bought like 60, 70 eggs that I'm just putting eggs into everything.
Since you mentioned Tapatio, I got to show you some stuff. First off, Tapatio mac and cheese.
Oh, you bought that?
Yeah.
They do a potato one. Do you have the potatoes?
I have the Idahoan.
You do? Okay. So yeah, I saw those too.
Those. They also have a Tapatio mixed nuts.
I bet that's good. I like Tapatio.
And they make a Tapatio tortilla chip bag.
Interesting. I know they used to have Tapatio Doritos, and those were really good. But
sorry, it's not Tapatio. It's Cholula.
Oh, yes. I think I've seen that one.
The Cholula chips.
Yep, that's the one I've. Yeah, that's the one I saw. I saw them at Walmart.
Anyway, I have some stuff to get into, but we got something sent to us from because we got that partnership with YouTube.
Yes,
and they sent
the little clacker,
the clacker thing there with the show title and what have you on it. This came
and some Subway sandwiches, which I ate.
Oh yes, they gave me the free coupon stuff. Okay.
Yeah, I was like, yeah, that's nice.
They sent me this.
Oh, look at that. It's
nice. Like a numbered edition special thing. The 20 follows you around. So I don't know why we got that, but look, I mean, it's not a cheap poster. There's embossed gold and silver.
I was gonna say it looks classic.
Metallic red and everything.
That's really cool.
It says celebrating 20 years of YouTube, and then it was a notice about thanks for being a partner and whatever. And they've been noticing what we've been doing.
That's cool.
We're not at that level where because I guess if you hit a certain level on YouTube, you get like a representative, an agent from YouTube. So if you have issues or something, you can contact somebody directly. We're not at that tier yet.
Very, very jealous.
We're not at that tier yet, but I do get notices from them from stuff that we've been doing. We've been trying. So they do reach out once in a while. It's not like, oh, we talk to YouTube all the time. That's not happening. It's just whenever they decide to reach out to us and they're like, hey, we'd like to send you something. Could you approve your address? I was like, yeah, that's it. And then they don't tell me what it is. So I'm thinking I'm getting served, I get the summons or something. And
who's asking why?
They've been sending nice things. So
I'm not going to mention the company, but that the energy drink sponsorship issue that we had toward the end of last year.
Oh, yes.
Tell me about?
Yeah.
I keep seeing that company showing up on all my social medias now. And they are begging anyone and everyone to reach out and try to get sponsored by them.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, I mean, some things are just meant to be. And I don't know. I'm glad things went the way they went.
This was sent to me, and then I got to get into my stuff. Going back to fruit. So Roy Rogers is making a bit of a comeback. The restaurant chain in certain areas. They've been upgrading some of their stuff. Do you know you can now get a belt buckle holster of French fries?
That's fantastic.
So their French fry boxes.
This is not helping me.
Have the belt loops that you can put it on your loop and you can walk around with these gun holsters full of French fries. Now,
those people that live in the dream, I tell you.
If I was working a corporate job and walking back into it, and there was I'd be putting that on my belt while I walked around the company into meetings. What is on your belt? Oh, it's my fry holster.
Oh,
what?
That's funny.
Yeah. Roy Rogers fry holster. So thought that was interesting too.
That's
all right.
So weird.
I got to get into, because we have so much other stuff we got to get to. Real quick. So I had a life experience for you to talk about.
Okay.
So I had to get this year, I have to get my driver's license renewed. And it's not just the renewal, because up here, it's usually pretty easy. They send you the notice and they want you to do everything online. They don't want you to show up anywhere.
No, God, no.
It's like, do it online. And there, it was only like $35 or whatever to renew your license. Do it online. Now, what happens is that when you renew your license, it's just all the information they have. You say yes, and they print out a new license with a new expiration date.
Right.
I can't do that now because I have to fall into compliance with the Real ID stature that's been put upon us in these United States. So I have to go in and file and redo everything, which means I got to present all my paperwork. I got to get a new photo. I got to get all of this stuff because now they got to do the Real ID license. So I go and
you can't opt out of that. Like for me, I'm holding out until my passport expires just to stick it to them. Like,
no, well, I can't opt out of it. If my license didn't have to expire this year, I could have kept going. But once your license expires, you don't have an opt out. You have to go and
you have no choice. Okay.
Right. So I go back in November, I got this notice. And so I went online to find an appointment. And of course, there's no easy appointment, especially going into the holiday season. I didn't have it until mid-January. So mid-January is here. I went to go to my appointment. I go, I check in. They go over there. So I go on this line. It goes pretty fast. You have to present. Let's see if I have it here. You have to present your 6 points of identification.
What the fuck? Well, who has 6 points? Like 6 points?
Yeah, hold on. Let me see if it's over here. Yeah, so there's a thing here where you go on their website and it tells you different tiers of what counts for what a certain amount of points. And you have to have a certain things that add up to 6 points in order to get your license and everything done here.
That already sounds like the most convoluted process I've ever heard of.
Right. Hold on. Let me look up New Jersey.
You're like, I just picked out the 6 best black and white photos of dead celebrities and me.
Yeah.
Be
6
like,
points of ID. Here it is. Required 6 points of ID. In order to obtain certain documents like a standard driver's license, a real ID to verify changes to your driving record, your voting record, you must prove your identity by passing 6 points of ID plus a social security number, ITIN, or affidavit. You also need to provide your address that you are a New Jersey resident. Here is an overview of this here. And then so you go through this drop-down menu of stuff, right? And you sit there and you go, okay, well, do you have your social security card? Yes, here you go. You got to pick and choose all these other combinations to qualify of ID. My license. Okay, great. I have my social security. I have a valid passport. That counts. Good. They need.
As far as I'm concerned, the passport should have been the end all be all because the hoops you have to go to get a passport should have been it.
Nope. Well, that ain't it. Then you have to provide 2 points of ID of residency. So you have your license again, which counts, but then you have to have some kind of letter from a government agency or bank statement or something proving that you live in that state.
Could you imagine you had to go to the water company that kept screwing you over with your bill? You go back in there and ask them to write you a glowing recommendation.
Oh, that's
like, we remember you, Mr. Nagel.
That's the town that I had to go
okay.
So I'm like, okay, and I'm looking through the options and I go, well, I got this notice from the DMV. That's a government agent. I go and I look and it's an option. Okay, great. So the reason why you go through this website is that it tells you what you need, right? It gives you options. You pick what you're going to do. Yes. Okay. That's approved. You print it out so that you have it for when you go to your appointment. Here's your checklist. It's supposed to help speed up the process so that you don't walk in and you don't have the right amount of ID. This is the checklist that got approved on the website. Great. I have everything. Go in there and they go, okay, we need a second proof of residence. I go, you have it. She goes, where? I said, the DMV letter. We can't accept that. Why can't you accept that? Because we already have your license and that comes from they don't call it DMV. What do they call it? MVC. MVC, Motor Vehicle Commission.
Oh, ours is the Motor Vehicle Department's MVD.
So, so the MVC, it's like, because that comes from here, so that doesn't count. I go, yes, it does, because according to the website and the checklist here, and I showed her the printout, and I said, the website approved everything I selected. And she goes, yeah, but the website's not always right. I go, the website I said, the website is your department, a government agency for the state. I said, this is approved government ID according to your checklist of proof of residency. You sent me a renewal form for my license. You can't say, well, my license has the address, and then because we sent you a letter, that doesn't prove you live there. Yes, it does. If the license has it, and you sent me a letter saying I need to renew said license, plus on the federal level, I have to get the real ID on my license now in order to travel within states. This counts. Jeez. She goes to talk to a manager. She's gone for like 5 minutes. And I'm just standing there. I'm like, I'm not going to fume. I know how people get in this place. I'm not going to do this. I'm sitting there waiting. She comes back and she goes, we can't accept that. Do you have a bank statement? I go, not with me. No. She goes, do you have an app on your phone? I go, yeah. She goes,
I'm surprised they were going to allow that.
She goes, you can use that. I went, oh, okay. So I open up the thing, going through my bank. I go to my bank account. I said, I don't know what you need to qualify here. I'm not showing you my rundown of purchases and what have you, right?
It's a lot of Roy Rogers, buddy.
It's so much fast food. It's like you're spending $100 in chips alone. You go down to the bottom. There's a statement for the month of January. Okay, cool. Here it is. All right, you need to email that to us. What? She goes, yeah, we need that. I go, I'm showing it to you. She goes, yeah, you need to email it. So I take a screenshot of it. And I'm sitting there. I'm like, I don't like the fact that this is going to there. So I send it to the email that's there. She disappears for another 5-10 minutes, comes back, and she goes, unfortunately, we can't print it out. I go, you just told me to send it to you to print it out. She goes, yes, but they're working on the computers. And I said, you have all of these computers that can't connect to a printer? And she goes, no, it has to be done from the manager's office, which is bullshit. And she said, it's going to take at least an hour. I said, to print out a 1-page document or 2-page document.
Those old dot matrix ones. It's just
right. And she goes, yeah. I go, are you? I'm about to punch the console there. I'm really mad.
Right.
She goes, well, you could go and try to print it out somewhere. I go, I'm not from this area. Where am I going to go?
Can you go find a Kinko's somewhere?
Because it's not near me, this DMV location or VM, whatever it is. She goes, well, there's a UPS place that's like 2 miles away from here. She gives me this. I'm like, so you're going to make me leave to go print out this 1-page thing that says I have a bank statement in order to get this thing qualified? I go, I'm here. I came here early for my appointment. I'm not going to have my appointment if I come back. And she goes, oh, no, we'll hold it for you. I said, that does not mean anything. I said, what is going to qualify me that I come back, I can cut every line and get on to this thing for my appointment? Because I was here. You're the one turning me away and telling me I have to go somewhere else to do this. Not me. This isn't my doing. I said, I brought all the qualified stuff according to your government checklist that the government website approved. And you're telling me no. So this is all on you. Now I'm getting really heated and yelling at this lady. I go, this is all on you. I said, I have everything. And you're telling me, yeah, Jill, just because the website says that doesn't mean we accept it. It's your jurisdiction. It's your rules. You have to accept this.
It's like when you go into like a Walmart and you want to price match something from their own website and they won't do it. I'm like, this is your company.
Yeah, well, it's a separate division. Fuck your division.
Fuck off. Just fuck off with that shit. So
I go, okay, well, what is going to guarantee me that I'm not going to do the check-in for the appointment? I'm not going to wait on this line to get back to you. What is going to give me the hall pass to skip all of this stuff and get right into where I was? Because you were sending me away to do this. She goes, hold on. She goes, I'll get you some. And she writes back. She goes, here you go. She hands me. I said, this isn't anything legitimate. And she goes, it'll work. Do you want to see the pass that she gave me?
Yes, I need to see this.
A Post-it note that says, come back by 2:15 on that date. And I'm guessing it says Lisa is the name on here.
Sure.
This is what she gave. I said, this is nothing official. Anyone.
I love how her signature is in a completely different ink. Like she switched pens to sign this.
Right. Or they have these like stacked up in the back there and they just signed the bottom of the, I don't know what this was. This is
high tech, man. No wonder they have to print things out.
So I go, this isn't anything official. She goes, yeah, but if you come here. So I said, okay, remember you said that. And I made it sound like a threat. I didn't mean to make it sound like a threat, but it sounded like a threat. I go, remember you said that. So I leave. I'm kind of pissed. Terrible. I go to the UPS. I go and I'm like, how do I said, where can I go to print something? She goes, oh, over there is our print station. All right, great. So I'm thinking I can Bluetooth from my phone to the printer, right?
Let me
like
guess.
You should as a normal person.
Well, nowadays, yes.
They want me to email it to them. I am not emailing you my bank statement. She goes, well, I can do it back here. I go, I'm not sending it to you back there. That is not happening. And then she's like, well, you could log in here to your Gmail or something and on the browser here, and you do that. And I'm not happy with that either. But they have a separate an Outlook inbox. And there's an email right there, and he's like, you could send it to right there. I know how to manipulate Outlook. So I go, all right. I send the attachment. I go there, and she goes, did you send it? I said, yes, like 2 minutes ago. And she goes, well, maybe you typed it wrong. It's probably. I go, I didn't type it wrong. Your email address is right there. Finally, it shows up. I don't know why it took so fucking long to send a PDF file over there. She's like, is this it? Yeah. And she goes, I'll print it out. And she goes, how many of these do you need? I said, just the one page. Okay. What I didn't know is the PDF file was the statement, some bullshit legalese for the second page. And then the third, fourth, and fifth, or whatever, were all highlights of my account for that month of everything I charged. Right.
Right.
So she goes and prints it out and she goes, okay, I got it. So I'm in here. I immediately delete it out of the Outlook because it's everything they use. Mm-hmm. And I don't just hit delete. I do the whole keyboard shortcut to permanently delete. So it's not there. It's gone. I make sure it's clear. There's a guy waiting for me. And as I went to get the print, I go, you're not touching this. And the guy behind me goes, what? I go, I'm not done here. You're not touching that. I have my information there. And so the guy's like, okay. I felt bad being a dick to the guy waiting behind me, but you're not hopping on there. I'm trying to make sure this shit's gone.
You're pouring your clearly Canadian into the keyboard to short the damn thing out.
Right. So it's gone. I go over there and she goes, okay, that's $6.
Oh what? My God.
For a printout? She goes, yes. She said, you wanted one printout. I said, the one page, I said. On
an 8x11 piece of white paper that should cost a penny at most.
She printed 8 pages.
Why?
Not of the same thing, just the entire PDF thing. I said, I just want page 1, the first page is what I said.
But even then, $6 for 8 pages of paper?
Still a problem now, right? So she goes, oh, okay. She goes, well, I'll just charge you for the one. And she's folding the other pages. She's laying it on a counter. I go, what are you doing? She goes, oh, I'll get rid of those. And once I'm done here, I go, no, we're not. I said, I'll pay for them. I don't care. I'm not leaving those pages in her. Because it's showing like I have a few bank accounts, but this was just like a basic checking account. But it was enough proof to show a bank statement, right? So I go, right. I'm not leaving that there with you. That has my information. I go, I'll take it. I'll pay for it. I don't care. I'm furious now. Give it to me. So she gives me the pages. I pay the $6. I put it in another thing in my car because when I get home, I just shred it. You know, I'm not leaving this shit anywhere. Now I go back to the DMV, the MVC.
Are you wearing your badge of entry?
Yes.
Your sticky note.
Yes, I've got my hello name tag on me, and I'm walking in, and the security guy's there, and they're like, appointment. I said yes, and he goes, go over here, and there's the common feeder line to get to this guy. Who you tell him what the appointment is. They tell you which line to go. If you're surrendering plates, you go over there. If you're surrendering this, you got to go, all the different shit you got to do at this place. Voter registration, passport, all that stuff. So I go and I look at the line and it's about almost 24 people. And I'm sitting there. I'm like, I can't believe I have to stand on this line again to show this stupid bullshit Post-it note that I'm allowed to go over. I go, wait a minute. No, I'm not. And I unhooked the little velvet thing that was there. And I put it back on and I just cut everybody. I cut the other line. I walked right up to the window where that lady was. As soon as the couple that was there currently, they were done. They were walking away. I went like this. It was like a Kramer move. I just slid right in real fast before she could go next. And I went, hi, I'm back. And she goes, hello, do you have your stuff? Like she didn't remember. I go,
like she purged you completely out the moment.
I had all my other stuff, my passport, all that stuff there. They put it in a manila DMV labeled envelope. And I had that with me. I go, it is right here. And I go, and here's item number 6 for the second time. And she looked at it and she goes, okay. She folds it, puts it in the envelope, hands me essentially one of those deli counter sticker things for the number.
Oh, man.
And it's paper. It's paper clipped onto the envelope. She goes, here you go. Go over to the other side of the building and wait there till you're called. Okay. I'm like, oh, that's all you needed me to do? And I had to do all that bullshit. I go to the other side. I see there's barely any seating. I find a seat. I sit down. There's giant screen TVs with one. They have, I guess this is a thing a lot of places do. They have silent cooking videos where you don't see people. It just shows you like a
top-down view of someone's hands.
Yeah, and they're dumping eggs into flour and they're making a new dough and turn it into like it's just nonstop videos of that. And then on the right-hand side is a movable thing that's telling you your number at what
where you're at, how long to be. Yeah.
So my number was
you're gonna sit there like fucking Beetlejuice, where it's like a scroll of numbers.
Yeah, I'm forgetting. Well, it's on the right side. It changes, and it had like the letter Y on it, and then it like was in the 120s or something. And I go, let me see. I'm looking down the board, and I don't see any other Y number combinations because I'm seeing a lot of B, V, all this other stuff. I'm like, all right, oh wait, apparently another number will pop up. Finally, a Y number shows up, and it's Y100. And I went, are you fucking, I could have been in and out of here already because of this.
Your Post-it note didn't give you any real clarity here.
Right. So I'm waiting there at least 35 minutes before I can go in. I go to the counter. I hand the lady everything. She doesn't say anything to me. She takes everything I have, and it's just going into a scanner. She has a photo scanner thing there. She lays my passport down. It scans my passport. She's dropping my license and my social security card into this thing. It's shooting out the other end. She's just dropping papers to make digital scan. You got to fill this out here. I'm like, I already filled this form out. Yes, you have to fill it out again. And it's to state that I don't have a license in another state. I don't have my privileges suspended. I don't have a tax lien. I don't have any of this other, like, it's just these things you're checking yes and no off of this shit.
The irony is that she's taking all this stuff that you had to get physical copies of to scan into a computer, which could have been taken from the email you sent her, is hilarious.
Correct. Right.
I'm like, wait a second.
So I'm standing there and go that, and then the important stuff comes in. She's like, all right, this form here, you have to go fill this out. I go, I'm not taking a form to go somewhere else to fill out and then wait to come back. She goes, no, you can do it here. And I go, look, and it's voter registration information. And I hand it back. I said, I don't need to do this. She goes, well, you have to update your registration, your voter information. I go, no, I don't. I said, I'm not changing, affiliations. I'm not changing any of this stuff. My address didn't change, whatever. I'm in the same county, same state, all of that stuff here. I said, I don't want to change anything. So I'm not filling this out again. And then she looked at me. She's like, oh, okay. Like, I guess people just do it. And I was like, no, I'm not changing this information. Then on the screen, it's a touch screen and a thing where you can sign to. Breakdowns of organ donation. It's like it said, when renewing that here, we offer the opportunities for being an organ donor with an organ. Like you're scrolling through what it does, and it says which items would you or which would you approve for organ donation stuff. Not that would I say yes or no to it. Yes or no is at the very bottom. Mm-hmm. At the top, it's saying, this is what organ donation does. Do you want to? And it's listing like liver, heart, eyes, all these kind of things, kidneys, that kind of stuff.
It's like a menu for Gittles' butcher shop.
Yeah, exactly. Right. And there's, none of the cute presentations going along with it.
Gittles is just holding up pieces of Erik.
So I'm scrolling through it. I'm looking at it. I go, no, I'm not doing this. Not doing that. And at the bottom, do you wish to be an organ donor? I go, that should be at the top to avoid the rest of this stuff. If I put yes and all that shit came up, makes sense because I said yes. There's no way I'm going to be an organ donor, nor should you ever be an organ donor. And now you could say, well, people are in need. Right. You should be willingly up to make the donation if you so choose, which is very commendable of you. Not leave it up to a government body because they are not going to save you in the case of an accident if you're an organ donor. They look at you as if you junked a car, what parts they can pull off of there for resale. So don't do the organ donor. Goes through that, going through the process. Okay, here, we're going to go over there, take your photo. Great. I stand on the steps and I'm looking and they take your photo. Up on the screen is the previous photo. And she goes, do you approve? I said, I do not. And she said, what's wrong? I go, because that's not me. That's the photo from like 10 years ago or whatever it was. Because I kept renewing my license over and over. That photo was like really old. I go, because that's
gleam in his eye.
That's the old photo. that's not the current photo. And she goes, oh, hold on. And now she's like, all right, look over here. And I'm looking. They take the photo, and the lighting there is atrocious. So it's not just like you look terrible, but
terrible photo.
It just looks like if you had we have the TV lighting and stuff. If you had it right here,
right,
you're washed out. You're barely seeing the features. And I go, this is terrible. I want to redo this again. She went, okay. She goes, they're not going to make much difference. I go, yeah, it is. While that's going on,
pull out a key light. You're like, this is better.
While that's going on, about to say that, I go like this. And I put the paper up over the light, took the photo, and guess what? Looked fine. Looked perfectly fine. I go, that you don't have a diffuser on that fucking thing. So took the photo, done. So she goes, okay, your license is still going to be, I think it's like 3 to 4 weeks before I can get the new license, right?
Right.
Okay. She goes, so what you need to do in the meantime is you have to, there's a printout here. You need to have this present if you have to present your license somewhere. I said, what do you mean? And she goes, well, if you get pulled over or if you have to use your license for ID, you have to have this printout with it too. Why? So it states that you had your license renewed and that it's coming. I go, shouldn't that be in the system? I said, if a cop pulls me over.
Right. Like you should be able to look that up. Like, why am I doing their job for them?
Because I was saying this way, I go, if a cop pulls me over, man, I was being nice. I was like, ma'am, I don't understand. If a cop pulls me over, my license hasn't expired yet. It expires on my birthday. So it's still valid for a while. And you go, so why would that be invalid? It's not expired yet. And the new license I don't have, so I can't use it. So what good is the license with a printout of, and it's not even like a photo or a mock version of the license that I can print out. It's just text with numbers and codes and stuff. And I go, what good does that do? And she goes, you need to have, like, she wasn't answering. She's like, you need to have it present with your license. And I went, okay, thank you very much. Have a good day. And because I was just tired. I was done with this. I left.
You want to see my ID photo? Here,
not really.
I'm covering it. Oh, you can't see it. I'll try to send it.
Nope. Whoop. That's the wrong thing.
It's like 20 years old, and I am not switching it. Let me see.
Can't see it, dude.
Damn it! I'll try to find it.
No, it's all right. Do you have your head shaved in that photo?
No, it's just short, and well, it's dark. Okay. My hair was darker. Like, kids in old age have weathered me.
Have ruined you. Yeah,
ruined me. But I haven't taken a new picture in like 20 years. Like, I refuse. I just don't care.
Yeah,
they know who I am.
So that was my little venture.
That's crazy, man.
Yeah, I took a photo.
Sounds horrible.
I took a photo of that pass because if I would have talked about it, I mean, it's not that you wouldn't have a reason to believe me, but it doesn't seem likely. Like they gave you a post-it note as an official government pass. Oh, they did. So I took the photo of it with the DMV envelope. I'm like, here you go. This is what they gave me to cut the line and do all of that stuff. Alva in the chat saying the people at the DMV are just so delightful. Not fished in. Intersect. I know, Lord, I see how the photo is terrible. Oh, this is the live feed. Never mind. That is hurtful and accurate at the same time, sir. That is terrible. Sensei in the chat saying so true. Never check organ donors. No, I've been told for decades. I have doctors in the family. I know people who were professional EMTs, like for their whole career and stuff. And they all say and goes, yeah, it's kind of viewed that way. That if they find the organ donor thing on there, they really don't put in the effort to save you because they know what's on the list. Mm-hmm. It's like having an Amazon wish list. They know what's on the list. It's like, this guy's dead. His head's perfectly, he lost his legs in the car accident and he died, but his head is still intact. We could salvage those eyeballs. The pituitary glands might be able to transfer something like that.
Let's get the old sweetbreads. There's carbs.
I know several children who could use this femur. I don't know why a child would need a femur, but there we go. So in a few weeks I'll have my.
I love when you leave the house because it's always an adventure for you.
It's not meant to be.
It's seriously like there is no good interactions outside of your home, and I love it.
My kid's turning into me a lot, and I bring up examples all the time. But there's times now when she starts paying attention. She needs to be in the car. She has to have her Disney radio on or her playlist, her Spotify playlist to listen to stuff. Now, because of work schedules and if she has to be around when we're working. She got her pair of Bluetooth headphones to go with her iPad. So now she loves having her headphones on, and it's the best because she's quiet. She doesn't want to talk to anybody. But then also from all these years of hearing her crash around and yelling and screaming, dad, mom, whatever. Now you don't hear from her. You're always like, what's going on? Why don't I hear from her?
That's weird. Yeah, my kids are the same way. Now they have their own lives outside of wanting to hang out with me. Like the kids are on the computer, they're on their phone, they're doing the stuff. I barely see my son most of the day.
Right. So
he's just gone.
I had to break down at this point because, work needs to happen and I can't keep stopping work and forever because the kids, she's sitting there and she wants to know, I can't find the dress for this doll. It's like all your dolls are naked. Stop taking all the clothes off and you'd know where they are.
Prude. Go ahead.
Yeah. So she has her headphones in and she's in the car. She needs her music and what have you, but she pays attention to the road. And at one point, I'm in an intersection. I'm looking to turn and there's cars. I see the lights turning yellow and I got the kid in the car. So I'm trying to be cautious. I'm waiting for it to turn red because I'm going to, hit the gas to get out of the intersection before, side traffic starts. And as I'm getting ready to go, some guy, I see him coming and I sat there, stopped in the middle of the intersection, even though the light switched because I see this guy coming and go, I don't think he's going to stop. And lo and behold, he did not stop. He went zooming past me. Mm-hmm. And when he went zooming past me, I floored it. I just dropped down on the pedal and went really, so it jerked you really hard over to the side. And she goes, Daddy, I go, what? She goes, you need to slow down. I go, I understand, hun, but in that scenario, I had to. She goes, well, she starts giving me life lessons that she picked up from somewhere else, or she makes it up. It's some kind of bullshit. When you're in a rush, you need this, you need to take time, you need to breathe and you need to slow down and you'll get there. And I sat there and I said, honey, I understand that. I said, but also shut up because I needed to get you out of the intersection. These are the conversations I'm having now. She's trying to give me life lessons and things that she thinks she knows everything about.
What's great is that her and I have had conversations. So like when you tell these stories, I'm picturing her voice doing this and it tracks. Like it's, I could hear her doing it. Mm-hmm. It's funny.
Yeah. She loves to lecture you too.
She does.
She loves to tell you how things go and what you are doing wrong and doing right. All right. We need to move on here. Since I saying that's adorable. Oh yeah. I hear it all the time. She also hates other drivers. I told that story a while back, remember, where she wanted me to roll the window down? And I go, why? And we drove past and she yelled at the car. I forgot what she yelled. I don't know if it was slow down or something, but she yelled at the car. And I went, what are you doing?
Imagine you're on the other side of the road and you see this tiny little middle finger out the window.
Yeah, or just see a child's head out the window telling you, to fuck off. Or slow the fuck down or something. And you're like, no, whatever. So yeah, she hates other drivers. That person doesn't know how to drive. Other people shouldn't be on the road. Yes, I am with you. I am 100% with you on that. Right. Jordan and I wax poetic all the time about the days during COVID when nobody was on the highways and you could do 80 on public roads. You could do 80 and there was no cops around to pull you over to say, hey, you're driving dangerously. No one's on the road. It was it was such a better time.
We've talked about it. I miss the pandemic. I miss not having to go anywhere. I miss not having to worry about being places. Right. I miss the lack of people. Mm-hmm. Now they're all out there.
Old restless pituitary gland transparent. Yeah, you wouldn't believe the things that they're. It's like he's got some fantastic individual hair follicles. I know a bald guy that could use that. I know a cancer child who could use that hair.
Oh my God. Speaking of cancer child, and this is something that I should have been quicker to understand. This was the joke. Mm-hmm. My daughter sends me a text today and she goes, hey, and this is random, just out of nowhere. She goes, did you know every zodiac sign has a hairstyle except for Cancer? And I'm like, that's weird. And she goes, get it? Cancer. I'm like, God damn it. I wasn't fast enough. Funny. And it's it was so funny that I just had to put my phone down, shake my head about the fact that I didn't catch it right away.
How dare you?
I laughed. Yes. That is very funny.
I was like, you're a monster. She goes, I know. I'm like, that is really funny.
Tell her that Erik approves.
Yeah. That was a good one. She goes, everyone but Cancer. And I'm sitting there going, that's weird. And then, because she's always watching stupid videos, maybe I thought it was just some like fun fact that she was getting. No, she was dropping fucking comedy on me. And I'm like, oh, damn, I missed it.
You could learn a thing or two. This is Jordan talking to his kids. Ready?
In my heart, I know I'm funny.
And they're like, uh-huh. And they walk out of the room very slowly.
Yeah.
All right. We got some actual news stuff to talk about here. So let's get to that. Since we were talking about food earlier, let me tell you about what's going on with some supermarkets.
Yeah.
The Kroger chain, if you're familiar with them, which means you're in the Midwest to the West Coast area. They're not on the East Coast. The Kroger supermarket chain plans to close 60 underperforming supermarkets across the United States in the next 18 months. The announcement comes months after Kroger abandoned its proposed $24.6 billion merger with Albertsons, which I thought that was done. I was not aware that.
Nope. So it was Albertsons Safeway, and somebody came in and blocked it, saying, "No, you have to do. We have to dissolve."
Did Publix come in there and throw their proverbial dick on the table and said,
"It may have been a Senate thing."
Yeah, you stay off the west side. That's Cookie Kwan territory.
Cookie Kwan's territory. Yeah. No. They came out and basically said, "Look, you can't. This would be a monopoly. You have to divest some of your company." And then they're like, "No, okay, never mind."
Albertsons was big down in Florida. I remember my mom telling me a long time ago that they all went away. Winn-Dixie's finally closed down too. Publix put an end to that.
Really?
The Winn-Dixie chains are all gone. Anyway, so their merger with Albertsons, which was blocked over concerns it would reduce competition and consumer choices. Despite the planned closures, Kroger said it is still going to open about 30 new stores this year. Kroger operates more than 2,700 stores in 35 states under a variety of brand names, including Kroger, Ralph's, King Soopers, which I've never heard of, and Fred Meyer. Where are you going? I'm going to go down and get some food at the old Fred Meyer.
Yeah, Fred Meyer has never been over here. Our version of Kroger is called Fry's. It used to be something else, Smith's.
Not on the list, so that doesn't exist.
I know. But yeah, Kroger's is a big one. Ralph's is a West Coast thing, so Rob's got Ralph's out there in La La Land over there. But yeah, it's if they would have gone through with it, there would have been a huge amount of just no variety as far as grocery stores here.
Right.
Because we have a lot of Safeway, we have a lot of Fry's, which is the Kroger brand, Walmart, and then we've just got a new, not new, but they've kind of been branching out called Winco, which is like an employee-owned grocery store where it's like you got name brand stuff, but then you also got kind of like the off-brand, like Aldi or Lidl brand type stuff, where it's like you're in like a movie where you couldn't quite get the rights to say something. So it's like, okay,
well, just
it's good.
That store, yeah.
Yeah, the meat selection is not the greatest, but most of the other food is really good and very cheap.
Andy Hannon saying King Super is basically just Colorado. Okay, was not aware of that.
It's like the Piggly Wiggly.
All right, so that's what's going on with Kroger. Let me tell you about what's going on with Wegmans. If you're not familiar with Wegmans, they're big on Wegmans. In the Northeast here.
Mm-hmm.
Wegmans supermarket chain is now scanning the faces of customers and storing data so its security system can recognize them as they enter the premises. Shoppers will be greeted by a new sign warning the store is scanning customers' faces and storing the information. The company says it's using facial recognition tools at a small number of its stores to identify people who have been previously flagged for misconduct. In New York City alone, the New York City Council has been considering banning the practice since 2023. You might remember this store after James Dolan, the owner of Madison Square Garden, started using it to block attorneys that he was fighting with. Like they were representing people that were suing him or his companies or what have you from entering any of their events. So to go into
Madison Square, a digital version of the sign that people hang up saying "Do not serve."
Right. But that's awesome. Like at airports and stuff, like if you use Clear for travel, it scans your eyes. It has the face recognition, what have you. Cruise ships have it now at the harbor stuff. Like in order to claim your luggage, they want you to scan your face. You can fight it. You can put up a bit of a stink and they'll get somebody over to manually check your information before letting you walk off with your luggage. But they put all the iPads with the fucking goggles there now to scan your face.
Side note before we move on, I used Clear for the first time when I was going to Vegas and coming back from Vegas. You're right. That was nice. Except that coming back from Vegas, there was no one there was really no one in line. So like I was the idiot that went through clear and still went through as fast as everybody else, but it was nice. Like it was a good service.
Dude, everywhere I've used it, even outside of the United States, it's amazing.
Yeah,
because if you're with Clear, you have the what is it called, Global Pass,
something like that. Yeah,
like there. So if you're coming in, you can fill your declarations of immigration or whatever that stuff is, like when you go to other countries, or if you're coming back into the United States, you have to declare if you're bringing stuff with you, what have you. You could do it all on the app and what have you. You go scan through Clear, you're done. Global entry. Yeah, Jared, thank you very much. That's what I was thinking of. Anyway, so the supermarket is now using this stuff. The New York City Council has been trying to block it ever since MSG started scanning people's faces and we're removing them from like the Knicks games, the Rangers games, concerts.
That is really funny.
Right. So that's a bit of a gross abuse of privacy. An invasion, if there ever was one. Yes. After the owner of Madison Square, James Dolan, owner of Madison Square Garden, started using it to block attorneys from its events at its venues in their law firms, if their law firms are involved in cases with MSG. One of them, I think, was at Rockefeller Center at the Radio City Music Hall. There was a big concert there and they wouldn't let this lawyer in because she works for a law firm that was currently suing. I forgot what his company's called now, but you get the idea. There's a quote here. If there's a hack or a breach of that data, you can't change your face like you would be able to change a password. It's also a civil rights issue. We know that these systems disproportionately misidentify and burden communities that are already targeted by the police most often. It means the same thing that iPhone was going through for the longest time, that it couldn't identify Black and Asian people.
Yep. Too much melanin.
Yeah. But remember the thing with that new phone lock thing that was coming on when they got rid of the thumbprint and it was just the eye pattern or whatever it was to read in your face. Any Asian person was handing the phone around and couldn't unlock the phone because it couldn't tell the difference.
I mean, they made that. They should be able to get it open.
You would think. Targeted by the police most often. Wegmans would not agree to an interview with CBS News, who went in New York, that went to talk to them, but they did send a statement saying that it never shares the data it collects with any third party. This technology is solely used for keeping our stores safe and secure. The system collects facial recognition data and uses it to identify individuals who have been previously flagged for misconduct. We do not collect other biometric data such as retinal scans or voice prints. Images and videos are retained only as long as necessary for security purposes and then disposed of. For security reasons, we do not disclose the exact retention period, but it aligns with industry standards. Bullshit. They're saving it in a hard drive.
They keep it all up. Yeah, they keep it. Well, they work around it by saying we keep it only as long as necessary. Well, who deems how long is necessary?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like they decide that. They can keep it as long as they want. They can just say, well, we deem
industry standards. It's like, oh, every company says, well, we're with industry standards. What's industry standards? Well, actually, we keep it on a hard drive in a closet somewhere and we have it. Because that's another thing, too. Once they got your face and then they got the retinal scan and everything, it's just going to look like Mission Impossible. You know how Tom Cruise has that looks like one of those pore cleaning masks that he puts on his face, and all of a sudden the camera turns around. Now he looks like whoever he was supposed to be impersonating, and the way he peels it off is just this thin little film. The look on there. That's what it's going to get to. They can scan your eye patterns. You're going to have anything that's going to be unique to you as a form of ID or a security protocol. Gittles is saying AI is being used for so much of this. It's scary. Yeah. Well, now if you go to Wegmans supermarkets, they're scanning your face and saving your data of you walking in there. I don't know if that's as bad or if that's worse than have you been to an Amazon Fresh yet? Do they have them out there?
I've seen them. I've never gone in. I've heard about them though. Like, so there's one walk in and then everything you can walk out.
There's one about maybe 10 minutes from me. And I've been debating to go over there. I might do a video going over there. You go in with this QR code from your Amazon account on your phone. You scan it and then you walk in. You take anything off the shelves, whatever. It knows what you took off the shelf, what's in your cart, what you're doing there. And then you because you could bag it yourself as you go.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm done. You walk right out. Nobody checks. There's nobody there. There's an automated door thing. You walk up there, it opens up, you leave the store. That's it.
And then you see the little charge come up on your bank account.
Yeah. So it's keeping a tally of what you took, what's in your cart, and then it charges you as you leave. So it's not charging you as you pick stuff up, because you could put it back and then it removes it off of off your itemized list. But you do that, and then walk right out. So I'm curious to try it out and see how that goes.
One of the rare times SNL has been funny over the last 5 years.
Oh,
they
yes.
did a skit about that where all the white people were like, "This is great," and then
Keenan's like, "I'm not walking out of the store. No, seriously, wait, where do I pay for this?"
Yeah, what do I no, I'm giving you money. I can't. Yeah, they don't want to do it. Like the other black guy comes in and he says that to him. He goes, "Oh, hell no." You're like, yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. Okay. Let's move on. Some radio news here for you.
Yeah.
Adam Carolla, one of the biggest names in modern day radio, hasn't been in radio for a while when in our old company, Infinity /CBS Radio, which is, what is it now?
It's CBS.
CBS became Entercom,
Odyssey?
and then it became, it did. It's Odyssey.
It's
now.
Odyssey, yeah.
So at the time, CBS Radio, he was big morning show for all of the West Coast. We were the East Coast with Opie and Anthony. Center of the country was, who did they have replacing Howard in the center of the country? I forgot who, but whatever. So he hasn't been on radio in a long time, but his podcast is very, very successful. Doing very well. Now, over the last few years, still doing successful, but he was even saying because he had a divorce, he had a lot of other public stuff happening. Then he said, yeah, the podcast is great, but it's not making the money it used to make in radio anymore. Well, apparently he's going back to radio, sort of, because he's continuing to do the Adam Carolla show with his distributor Podcast One. It's a big podcast distribution company, but they just made a new multi-year deal where his podcasts are now going to go on the radio. This is something that SiriusXM has been doing for a long time now, where we have radio hosts. Okay, great. Well, you're going to be a podcast now. Oh, that's fantastic. What do you mean? So you do the podcast, then that podcast will go on the radio. But when do we do our radio show? That's your radio show.
Now.
Wait, it should be the radio show becomes the podcast. Not we do the podcast and then you take it and put it up on the. Well, that's how a lot of this has been going.
Right.
My pal Josh Cohen just got back. He was with ESPN Radio for the longest time
down in Florida, right?
Down in South Florida, and then they did a big switch, and they're not doing that anymore. They flushed out a lot of the local and regional guys. And it's just nonstop recycling of their national program. So when Stephen A. Smith was doing his radio show for ESPN, he would be on mornings, middays, somewhere in there. And then they would just rerun it again in the afternoon, stuff like that, rather than having local and regional shows on anymore.
Right.
So once they got rid of all of that, where's the thing that I made for, it's this. All right. Give me 1 second here. So Josh got a new deal, and I was helping him with it. He signed with Fox Sports, which is competing with ESPN.
Right.
But he went through and did the deal. And then all of a sudden he's like, what he thought the deal was supposed to be and what they actually executed are two different things. So he thought he was going to be doing a show every day in 5:00, afternoon drive home radio. They want the show pre-produced, and then the show will air every day on the radio stations. So essentially he's pre-recording a show, putting it up on the radio. It airs on all their radio stations down there. And then after that shows up on the RSS feed and YouTube and all of that stuff. So I said, well, what's the point? And he goes, well, I guess it's a deal. And he goes, but he's pissed because that wasn't what he thought it was going to be. And I don't blame him. He's meant to be on the radio. He's great at what he does. Callers love him. He's good with interacting with people like that. But the radio's just been eliminated. I'm getting back to Adam. I know I took a little sidebar.
Oh, no. And it's just I doing this with you for as long as I've been doing this with you, I understand the difference between us doing a live show where we got interaction, we could see people chatting. It's a different vibe and it's a different feeling. When we pre-record something, like it doesn't have that same pop. Like it's just there's something.
We try to make it feel as live as we can, but we don't have you guys in the chat audience there, talking to us, bringing up points of contention or information or that stuff that makes the conversation have different layers. Because people keep saying, why don't we do the phones? We have a phone line, but I don't know if we need to go back to the phone lines like that. But bringing you guys up in the chat and being a part of it makes a lot more sense. And it sounds better, I think, when it goes onto iHeart and stuff the next day. You're hearing a show as if it was live. So it's like you're listening to a radio show.
Well, it's because we're interacting with other people.
Right. But when you're recording a podcast, and it's not like us, but you hear a lot of the comedian podcasts or just interview podcasts where people are just interviewing other people. Unless the guest really is stellar, it can be slow. It can be dull. There's no straying, bringing in life experience or a little side. We have these things where we talk about one thing and then we go off to the side. Oh, yeah, this real quick and back, like we're doing with Josh, getting back to Adam Carolla. Right. You have these moments of things happening in real time. They don't do that anymore. I want to give Josh this thing a little plug here. I muted the music because when they built the thing, they put in music. I'm like, you don't have a license. Radio you can, but you can't play it online and stuff, because they were like, why is this getting flagged? I'm like, because you don't have the rights to the song. It works on the radio because we're covered with that. You pay for the rights to ASCAP, BMI, things like that. But when you put videos online, you don't have the rights to the music, so it doesn't work. But anyway, this is Josh's thing here that we built. So Josh paired with
still got that very much like GTA kind of vibe to some of this stuff still.
Well, it's South Florida.
I know. I think it's funny.
It's West Palm down through Miami, through the Keys, back around to Naples, Fort Myers and stuff. It's the whole southern part of the state. So so this is the thing that they're doing. It airs on the radio station and then goes to streaming after all of that stuff. So, if you're down there, if you want to listen live, listen to my pal Josh Cohen, tell him that we sent you. Anyway, so back to Adam Carolla here. Where this connects is that Adam's new deal is with SiriusXM. So I'm hearing, Adam's going back to SiriusXM. He's going to be on Tuesdays through Fridays, 7 to 9 a.m. Eastern. I went, he's going to be live against Howard. That's interesting.
Right.
And I read the details. Oh, no, it's not. So his daily Adam Carolla show is going to air the next morning on SiriusXM. He's going to be on the Megyn Kelly channel. He's part of that network.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
So beginning on January 26th on SiriusXM, the Megyn Kelly channel, Tuesdays through Fridays, 7 to 9 a.m. Eastern. I'm sure they got replays or you could just go and get his podcast per normal to fit your schedule. So that's his deal. It's a multi-year deal. Good on him, because he's getting the money for it. Any company, as much as I disagree with the execution of the product, if that deal came around to us, we'd be doing it. We wouldn't be happy that it isn't live, but if the money's good, you go where the money is now, because it's not the days of doing radio like we used to anymore. It does kind of suck, but it is what it is. Sensei in the chat, radio is dead, but no podcast can compare to a live show. Live streaming, live radio shows, everything, there's just a weird element to it that seems more captivating. Not like that hint of danger or something, like, is somebody going to say something or do something? That's always there too. That's the fun part of a live program. But the give and take, the ebbs and flow, if we're talking about somebody happened to be watching us, they can just go and pop into the chat. Hey, you guys are wrong. Or, hey, did you know about this? It happens all the time. You guys in the chat room there constantly are bringing in comments and stuff. If we're trying to remember something, boom, there it is. It was the equivalent of taking the phone calls. Hey, you're talking about that director for that movie? Yeah. Oh, it was this guy. Blah, blah. Oh, yeah, you're right. Thanks for the call, man. It's the same thing. That gives a different layer of the conversation. So anyway, good on Adam Carolla for getting that opportunity. If that's the way radio's got to stay alive, then so be it, because the other alternative to radio is, you remember our interview with Joel Denver?
Oh, yeah.
for his
AI radio
for the Sonic Trek AI company.
Mm-hmm.
Well, they just signed a deal.
Oh man.
AI infused adult alternative 94.9 The Zone debuts in Phoenix, Arizona.
Oh, is it KZON?
It is, yes, KZON. You're right.
Yep.
So, a company called Zealous Media Group, which launched adult alternative 94.9 The Zone on the Chandler, Arizona licensed FM station and in, I guess, the Phoenix. The station is utilizing programming from Sonic Trek AI in your own backyard, my friend.
Wow.
To broadcast the radio station 24/7 AI-infused adult alternative station dubbed Where Music Matters, which becomes the 5th format offered by this new service. The Zone features the voices of format veteran Sonic Trek's I don't know any of these people there. Maybe you know Dennis Constantine, Nicole Sandler, Kevin Malvey, and Sean Martin. I don't know. The station pays homage to the former 101.5 The Zone KZON, which was heard in the Phoenix market from 92 to 2005.
Want to know something really great?
What?
That was the old station that Chad and Oscar used to be out here with, 101.5.
Is he live streaming right now?
I don't know.
Let me see if I can get.
I believe it was 101.5, but I know exactly where the building is, and yes, it was when they had switched to free FM.
Let me see if he's on. Hold on, because if he's not, I'd love to have him on to talk about this.
Yeah, KZON used to be 101.5, and then it switched to the Hot Talk, the free FM, and that's when Chad and Oscar were out here, and that's where I first started listening to Chad. And then they went back to the East Coast after they flipped formats yet again.
Oh boy! Well, all right, that's the station.
That is.
Let me text him here. Your station in Arizona just flipped to 24-hour AI programming.
101.5 KZON.
Let's see what he says.
101.5 free FM.
So we're excited to be partnering. Blah 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 blah. In addition to Where Music Matters, additional formats offered include. I thought this was going to be the Phoebe station.
No, I thought so too. I was waiting for Phoebe to come up.
Yeah. So Phoebe. They renamed the Phoebe station. It's now Phoebe Curiously Alternative.
It's so gross.
Get it? Gender gay stuff.
So gay.
My Country, Starship, and Cool Classics also offered by the company. Michael Cutchall and the Zealous, ZLUS, I'm guessing that's how it's pronounced. Zealous team are embracing the opportunity to re-engage listeners and re-energize sales with that's what it is. It's the sales were terrible. With our new 100% localized AI-infused AAA format, utilizing real personalities with who have licensed their voices to us. We are excited to make this all happen. So when you hear these DJ voices on the station, none of them are live. I don't know if you're a person that feels that you need to call into a radio station to request a song. I get it if you call a radio station and you're listening to a morning show or a sports talk program or a political program, something along the lines of a talk interaction program. Mm-hmm. That I fully understand. But calling into a music station and say, hey, can you play Ophelia by Taylor Swift? Oh, yeah, it's real great. What's your name? Hi, Janie. I live in Albuquerque. Okay, we're going to get that on. Just because they're playing it twice an hour, it just happens to fit their list. They'll throw your name out there. If you called and said, hi, can I hear Sum 41's Fat Lip? This is a country station, sir. Sorry, we can't do that. That's never going to happen. Or if they say yes, it's never going to happen.
It'll be the country version of it.
I wouldn't mind a country version.
Yeah, that'd be great.
So the old Zone in Phoenix, Arizona is becoming has become a 24-hour AI radio station. Now, some other radio stuff here I want to show you. We didn't get to this stuff, and I had this stuff for a while. Mm-hmm. One of it is there was where is it? I know we had it. There was a radio station in Houston. that somebody pirated the signal. It was an I think it was an ESPN station.
ESPN, yeah. And
I don't know if we did that. Oh, here's the audio. If we covered this or not, but it was still on my list, so we might not have covered it. This ESPN station in Houston got hacked. Someone pirated the signal and started playing overly racist stuff on broadcast radio. Oh, Chad wrote back real quick. Jesus, really? Yep. Whole station is now AI. He says, what is the point of that?
There's no point.
Nobody listens and they weren't making any money. So this is a desperate attempt to be relevant. There we go. All right. ESPN station. And I was lucky enough to find somebody who had recorded this as it happened. I guess it's missing the first couple of seconds or whatever, but this station made a weird noise, started playing some weird siren shit, and then other stuff was happening. Right. Turned on their phone and recorded it. I got a copy of it. Now, you're going to hear some dropouts because I had to self-censor. We could play it, just it would probably affect the monetization of what we're doing. And, we have other things in the works. So we try to keep that stuff to a minimum. If possible, we can talk about it. We're not censoring and talking about what is being said and how it's being portrayed, but if you can,
the N-word,
drop it out. Yeah, if I should have just put the Trump thing, the N-word over.
Yeah. Well, you got to edit this. This is the live version. You're gonna shut this off anyway.
Yeah, you're listening to ESPN Houston, blah blah blah, coming up next, and all of a sudden you hear the N-word. That comes in. Wow, the station got really edgy fast. Anyway, so this is ESPN in Houston. Take a look.
You know that's true. But they don't mind, cause what the heck? You gotta be black to get a welfare check now.
All right. If you can't hear it, it'll clear up a little bit later. It's kind of all over the place. So he already said the N-word that I had to drop out of. And then that line said, you got to be black to get a welfare check. So you know where this is going.
No joke. I swear I ain't got niggas on and I ain't black, you see. So Uncle Sam won't help poor me.
All right, something with the FCC because Uncle Sam won't help old N-word hating me is the song lyric for this. So,
mirror, mirror on the wall, who is the blackest of them all? A man named King, it ain't no doubt, and he's causing lots of trouble with his bathroom mouth.
All right, you see how bad this is getting. Broadcast television. Broadcast radio, sorry.
Doing is caused by the trouble he's doing, and the NAACP can't win if white men stick with hating me.
Subscribe to my channel at youtube.com/grimplaystuff. Follow me on Blue.
So all this racist
and then he
stuff
puts his own stuff out there like that.
Yeah, and then starts putting his YouTube and social media.
Sky, Wolfwork. On Twitter, Grimplay Stuff. Also on Reddit.
Oh, hold on, we'll go back. Now the people in the car are starting to talk over it.
Like, what the hell is this?
Listen to this.
youtube.com/grimplaystuff. Follow me on Blue Sky.
Blue Sky, the most liberal of platforms. Find me there. So the lady in the car is asking, like, what is this?
Follow me on Blue Sky. Wolfwork. On Twitter, Grimplay Stuff. Also on Reddit, PokeHusky64. Subscribe to my channel at youtube.com/grimplaystuff.
So this was playing the YouTube and all social media promo kept playing over like 2 or 3 times.
Right.
Then it would do a siren noise or some kind of thing, and then would go into another racial thing, and then back into that song. So this was like a 5-minute loop that just kept playing until somebody figured out how to kill the signal off their transmitter, and put it back. So that was quite the ordeal down in Houston, Texas. So we have that. And then this happened before Christmas. It was on our list. We just didn't get a chance to do it. I'm sure at this point by now, everybody knows about the Philadelphia Flyers announcer.
Yeah, that was a good one.
Yeah. So he throws it to break, a regular sports broadcast, doesn't realize that they don't kill the feed to go to the local ads, and he's still talking. Now, somebody comes over to fix something at the console, like goes under the table where he's sitting, and that's where we join this.
Philadelphia, we said sometimes the Flyers get a sense of urgency when they're playing from behind. Now they're going to take the TV timeout. We'll take it as well. 7 gone in the third. It's 3-2 Buffalo on the Philadelphia Flyers Broadcast Network. Pop it up. While you're down there, would you mind blowing me?
I think we're still on the air, Tim. No, we're not, are we?
Philadelphia, we said.
Whoops.
All right. So they finally go to commercials. They go to break.
Oh, so
they
good.
come back, and I guess they're still in like a halftime or a TV break for hockey.
Yeah, it's TV break.
He comes back. He immediately has to give this apology here.
Sometimes the Flyers get a sense of urgency when they're playing from behind. Now they're going to take the TV timeout. We'll take it as well. 7 gone in the third. It's 3-2 Buffalo on the Philadelphia Flyers Broadcast Network.
Is the audio repeating?
Oh, is this the repeat of it?
Yeah, it's a repeat of the audio. We'll keep listening though.
Oh, okay. I thought that. All right. The apologies here on the video.
Right.
The apology says, we are aware of the inappropriate comments made during last night's radio broadcast in the TV timeout of the Flyers-Sabres game. The remarks do not reflect the standards of conduct or values we expect from anyone associated with our organization. Effective immediately, the Flyers, along with our radio partners, 97.5 The Fanatic, have issued a 2-game suspension while we address the matter with all parties involved. We take the matter very seriously and sincerely apologize to our listeners, fans, and all of those affected by these comments. Now, go ahead. What do you want to say?
I need you to pull that as one of the drops that we have. While you're down there, why don't you blow me?
Good point. Send me a note later. I will do that.
It's got that's got to be a drop.
Now, this happened. The guy gets this is on federally regulated broadcast airwaves. Inappropriate, yes. Fireable, I don't believe so, unless the Flyers made a big stink and wanted him gone. They would have to fire him. But it's not a fireable offense. It's a finable offense. I don't even know if that's a finable offense based on the FCC. It just doesn't look good, right?
No.
I want to bring you to a comparison to somebody that, if you are a fan of talk radio, you know this gentleman quite well. A man named Don Geronimo. Formerly of the Don and Mike Show, a legendary syndicated morning show, afternoon show, for 20-something years. They were together. They split up. Don went his own way. Mike continued with the Mike Amara Show. To this day, still doing the Mike Amara Show. You can find him on his app. You can find him on YouTube, podcast, all of that stuff. So Don came back, I'm guessing it's a couple years now, to the DC area and got a deal with iHeartRadio, a station called Big 100 down in DC. And I guess it's an oldie station or a classic rock station. But they also had the broadcast partnership for the now Washington Commanders. So they would be live on field or press box or whatever before the games would take over. Don would do his morning show, but then he would also go and do part of the the local teams in and out stuff for the sports broadcast. Well, a reporter, I guess, came by that he didn't know, and he said something along the lines of, like, a blonde reporter. I guess she was very well known. I apologize, I don't know her name. I'm gonna have to look her up. She went walking by. I think she was with a local station down in DC, like a TV station or something. And he goes, "Hey, get a load of Barbie over there." Oh, wait, here's the quote. It goes, "Hey, look, Barbie's here. Hi, Barbie." He starts getting her attention and waving her. "Hi, Barbie. I'm guessing she's a cheerleader," is what he said. That's all he said. What is her name? Charlotte McBride, a female sports reporter. He kept calling it, hey, Barbie girl's here, that chick, or what have you. And, this was at Washington Commanders training camp. So she apparently got insulted, embarrassed by him live on the air going, hey, Barbie, what are you doing here? I think she's a cheerleader. Found his words sexist and misogynistic, filed a report to where the Washington Commanders organization leaned on WBIG and iHeartRadio, causing them to take swift action. The radio show was immediately barred from the training camp, and Geronimo was immediately fired after an internal review. Now, he came on social media the next day. Oh, this is fine. We're going to sort things out. And then he was fired right away. Well, stupid Don posts on Facebook like a day or two later. And he's like, hey, big things coming. We're talking a syndication deal's going to be in place. You don't get fired. One, he got fired for something really dumb. But two, you don't get fired and then post a comment, hey, we got another deal in the works, big syndication, all that stuff. And nothing ever came. You never heard from Don again. No Facebook, no nothing. He's just disappeared. Don got fired for calling a reporter Barbie and Barbie girl.
He kept referring to her as that chick. Like, I mean, it's not, it's demeaning, but it's not the most egregious thing I've ever heard.
No.
Firing is probably a little rough.
He got fired for that. The Flyers announcer said, hey, while you're under the table, why don't you blow me? Live on broadcast radio, and got a 2-day suspension.
Yeah.
The comparisons are ridiculous. But here's what else was weird. Don had just signed a brand new contract or something with them. Like he had been there a year, got a brand new deal. It was a 3-year contract that they immediately dissolved. I think he was maybe a month into the new contract.
Yeah, it would have brought him into this year, 2026.
Yeah. So he immediately got fired. They dissolved the deal. He didn't get any money, all that stuff. They let him go, I guess, on a morality clause. For calling a reporter Barbie, the guy says, hey, why don't you blow me to an engineer live on the radio, and gets a 2-game suspension. Just showing you the comparisons. That's all. Weird time.
I mean, here, Old Restless does have a point. Did he say that to a chick or a dude? That could have been, I mean, yes, it went over the air, but it could have been where the engineer was another dude and they laughed about it, and, like guys do. But unfortunately, because it went over live air, they had to do something.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like, if the engineer was a woman and he said that could have probably been fireable. Right. Because that would have been a sexual harassment lawsuit. Guys, saying it to other guys, that may have stopped anything further from happening.
Well,
did he get blown though? That's the thing.
I mean, who knows what happened in that commercial minute? Anything could have been possible. All right. So, wait, hold on a second. Let me bring in a new friend to the show, DJ Electrify. She works with, what was the demon that I was watching for a while? Remember? Hack Ride.
Oh my God, that's right.
Hack Ride. Yeah. She works with Hack Ride. And she goes, I got a restraining order against my neighbor against your neighbor. I thought it was from your neighbor. I wanted to know what
that would have been hilarious. Even more. That would have been even better.
But if you want to tell us what the reasoning was for the restraining order, that'd be interesting. We're running a little bit late here. The other two stories, do we even get into it? Do we care about the OnlyFans thing? Should we save it for next week?
Let's save it for next week, because that'll be a long topic to go
and
through.
The Pokemon
video, we have some stuff. I think we could save that.
All right, move Pokemon, and
I'm sure it'll be more
the OnlyFans thing till next week.
Yeah,
because we had a lot to do today. I do want to play a couple videos to cleanse the palate before we go to segment 2 here.
Okay.
Can I show you this video I found of Conan O'Brien?
No, let's move on. I'm just kidding. What do you want me to? Do you want me to say no?
Fair enough. Moving on.
Goes. Yes, please. I love Conan, so please do that.
Well, this is a bit. I came across this bit that I was not aware of, and I usually have a good idea when I see something. I kind of go, "Oh yeah, I do remember that." I forgot all about that, but it rings a bell and what have you. This bit came across. I had no idea what it was. And I went, holy I don't think I've ever saw this. And I don't know anybody who's talked about this bit because I don't think it's one of his more famous scripted bits that they would do in studio that people would remember.
Like the masturbating bear.
I mean, yeah, you could do the masturbating bear. Everybody seems to love the masturbating bear because they would play with the old circus music. They did a bit a long time ago that I was such a fan of. Remember? I guess it was the 90s. Fox News started in 1996. Mm-hmm. And Fox News, besides being, a right-wing news station, started getting a lot of attention because they would cut out of news to go to live car chases anywhere in the country.
They would patch into that one.
Yeah, they would patch into helicopter feeds or police copters, any of that stuff to watch live chases on the LA highway, somewhere in Chicago, anywhere that these would go, they would cut to it immediately. And it became kind of a cultural thing at that point that Fox News was the car crash network. They used to do these car crash things all the time where they would they would cut away to Fox News and it was just Hot Wheels being pulled on strings down the hallway, and they would like construction paper highways, and they would make these crashes and stuff. And they would just constantly cut away. I go, this is so stupid. It's hilarious. So there are Hot Wheels car crash chases, and every now and then Al Roker would be in the hallway and somebody would run around the corner and fucking body check Al Roker into the wall or into a thing of boxes and just knock him on the floor for no reason.
So funny.
A lot of fun stuff. Well, this bit came across to my attention. The studio Conan did his NBC show and used to be back 100 years ago, was an old radio studio when they did live performance radio. You had an audience, you had an orchestra, all of that stuff. Well, he starts getting visits from the ghosts that walk these hallowed hallways.
I'm already way into this.
That were singing into these battle-tested microphones.
The crooners.
It's exactly that. Check this out.
Oh, that's awesome.
My next guest tonight is somebody. Ba, 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 boom. What the hell was that? Ba, 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 boom. Where's that singing coming from?
It's coming from me. Ba, 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 boom.
Oh my God, folks, it's a ghost.
That's right, Junior. The name's Artie Kendall. I used to sing in this studio back during the golden age of radio.
Oh, that's right. This used to be a radio studio back in the 1930s.
So funny.
Right? I loved when they would do bits like this. These
just random bits.
The translucent ghost. The TV would come down with the caricature and the mouth open, and they would, "I'm Bob Dole," and he would just yell, "Dole."
Oh, the mouth bit.
Yep.
This guy, the guy actor doing the ghost, I've seen him show up in
looks like Tucker Carlson, doesn't he?
Kind of. He still has that same haircut. He was in 30 Rock a lot because, obviously they filmed in the same area, and Conan was a big, fan and supporter of 30 Rock. And then he showed up on a lot of a couple Parks and Recs episodes. Like I recognize this guy.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah.
So he's a character actor.
Yeah.
Okay.
He just kind of shows up.
Sang on the old NBC radio show?
I sure did. Wrote all my own songs, too. Of course, my little songs would probably sound pretty old-fashioned and corny today.
Well, I think we'd love to hear his songs, wouldn't we, folks?
That's another fun thing about the writing on Conan, because they were all uber nerds and not like essentially nerdy, like comic book kind of nerds. These were guys that were reading like Tolstoy for fun, Shakespeare
very
quotes.
smart. And
they were all these high level Harvard, Yale level educated writers that were just writing. It's like, how do we goof on the Black Plague? Let's make something fun out of that. He's like, what? No one's thinking about going back into these old timey things, but Conan and his guys were doing this all the time.
Good.
Okay, well, here's a little song I wrote at the start of World War II. Oh. A lot of people were pretty nervous back then, and I wrote this little ditty to cheer them up a bit. Oh, the Germans just joined with the Japanese. And they might let us join them too if we say please. Let's support the Axis powers by surrendering like cowards and beg for Hitler's mercy on our knees. Hitlery who?
Now wait a minute.
Oh my God, can we get away with Hitlery who as our fucking title?
You say Hitlery who?
Yes, I did. pretty popular expression.
That's a horrible song. My God, you actually sang that song on American radio?
Yeah, but it was a little more popular on German radio.
Oh, I would think so.
Kind of went gold, if you know what I mean.
Hitlery who, yeah.
Yeah, well, let's change the subject, pal. How about a sweet little song you used to sing for all the ladies?
Okay, a song for the ladies. That sounds pretty
Ladies in the audience, listen up. It's a song
nice.
for
So
you.
go ahead.
Okay, here you go.
Yeah.
Same song, same music.
Yeah, it's just going to be the same thing.
Women shouldn't be allowed to think. They should all be mindless zombies dressed in pink. With ribbons in their hair and a catatonic stare. And some strong perfume in case they start to stink. Stinchity stew.
Oh, wait a minute.
I always love the repeat of like the random thing that yeah, he'll do the same thing. I guarantee. Oh, so funny.
That's the most offensive song I've ever heard. I'm surprised you weren't murdered.
I was murdered.
Oh, there you go.
That's why the go.
Yeah, well, you had it coming, you bastard. Yeah. Well, do me a favor. Just get out of here, buddy, would you?
Say, you got a hot Irish temper. I wrote a little song about the Irish. Listen up.
Huh?
Oh, Irishmen have monkey DNA. And they drink all night so they can puke all day.
God.
We should lure them onto ships with whiskey, fish, and chips and dump those lazy bastards in the bay. Drownity Mick.
Drownity Mick? Get out! Get out!
So good.
Guys, go!
Geronimo Mick. Oh,
but yeah, I came across that and I go, I don't remember this bit at all.
I don't remember that either.
I was trying to see
because I would probably work Hitlery who into my vocabulary like constantly.
Do you know how great that would be? Because Dave used to do a similar bit with the Ed Sullivan Theater, where every now and then, like he'd be doing something, and then the ghost of Ed Sullivan would show up, and it was just like they learned how to key him out of his old television shows, and he would do an announcement. And it's like, "Ladies and gentlemen, Chacho Rio" or whatever, and it's like it's some kind of dog spinning plates or something dumb. And it would just interrupt Dave in the middle of a bit or of a conversation or something like that because the old historic theater.
So funny.
I was looking to see if there was other versions of it. I'm like, is this a continuing series? Like it's like if that guy just keeps showing, or just different old time radio RCA singers show back up, and they're all just singing horrific nonsense, which probably was appropriate at the time.
Which was the style at the time.
Yeah. So.
Oh, that's really funny.
No, I found that, so I was like, I need to bring that to the show. Let's do one or two more before going to break. You have the list here, my friend. Why don't you pick out something that maybe you would like to?
Let's see what's on the list. I think I actually had. You know what? Do you have the Keyman Rider versus Starfish one?
Keyman Rider.
That'll fit in, I think,
do.
with the last video, I think.
So this is a trailer or a clip from some weird, I'm guessing it's is it a Japanese or Korean movie?
It's Japanese, and it's, I think it's, it may have been a series. Keyman Rider is kind of like the precursor to like the Power Rangers and things like that, or like Ultraman, and it's all that same kind of stuff.
Okay, so giant robots or monsters in rubber suits. Right?
Pretty much, yeah.
Okay, so this one is called Keyman Rider versus Starfish. Why is there a starfish in the tree?
There's two starfish in a tree.
So maybe if he wasn't pushing them into his face, he could breathe.
Now it's a much larger starfish.
Oh, SpongeBob! This is how they got the idea
for paper mache.
This is how they got the idea for Patrick from SpongeBob.
Man, that starfish is fighting.
I know. I forgot all about some of these Japanese. Everyone knew how to fly. Inanimate objects, creatures. Somebody knew how to fly long distance.
Great wire work, yeah.
Wait.
Hit the little starfish.
That's how the clip ended.
Starfish Hitler.
So wait, what happened to the starfish? It it mutated. So this is like Shin Starfish. We're watching the evolution.
This is the evolution of the Starfish.
All right. It just exploded. Now, we had 2 starfish that molted into one giant starfish. Now the giant starfish
the first evolution.
And now the starfish is Starfish Hitler?
So I'll have to find it. There's actually a slightly longer clip of this where the guy goes, Starfish Hitler? Like he's actually like
the American dub over it?
Just like surprised by it as much as you are. In fact, I think I actually took a screenshot and sent that to my brother randomly because I was like, what the fuck is going on here? So yes, Hitlery who indeed.
All right. Well, that was short. Let's give them one more that we can
okay, so
let me skim it too.
Yeah,
to see if there's anything that
I know we were talking video game stuff. I kind of want to look at the Punch-Out movie.
You want to watch?
Unless you have
Punch-Out movie's a bit long.
Okay, then yeah.
So we'll save the IRL video game stuff. I'm gonna have new entries for AI horror games very soon. So we're gonna have a bunch of that.
Do the ad for the Hot Dogger.
The Hot Dogger. Okay.
Yeah, the 70s ad for Hot Dogger.
Okay, we can do that. This was during a time when you couldn't sell this anymore just because it's going. Yes, you're going to have bad dreams about Starfish Hitler.
Starfish Hitler.
All right, so this is an ad back in the day. We'll say the 1970s. American companies thought, well, if you can just electrify anything, and that will be perfect to use in the household or as a kid's toy. Do you remember the old? I forgot the name of the company, but they had the electronic football.
Yeah, I remember those. It was like
a big metal gridiron.
Yep, and they would just vibrate.
And you turn it on, and they turn. It was like a really big hum, and the players would vibrate over there. It had the little sponge football you could put in the figure of the hand of the quarterback or the runner or something, and it would just vibrate across the thing. And then you'd have to turn it off because it would overheat.
Yeah, it was made in the 60s, and they would just literally vibrate everything, and it would overheat. It was made by a company, I think, named Tudor. But yeah, that was a wild one because like literally you're just watching like these pieces just vibrate around the thing. Like this
by overheat, I'm not talking about the metal football field. I'm talking about the power pack. That had to, because they all plugged into a giant bricks like a black square. And the plugs would come out each end to the outlet and to the game. That black box for the power converter would overheat if you had that football field on too long. Because you had a little knob, you could turn it up and down to increase the vibration. Almost like one of those sex beds, if you will.
God, I remember those.
Maybe that's all. Maybe that's what it was. Leftover sex beds from motels. Like, hey, we got to do something with all this stuff. Let's make a football game and sell it to children in the 70s. Right. The power block there would be so hot if it was plugged in because it wasn't properly regulated, and it was going to burn your house down. Well, same technology applies here, but this is for a cooking appliance. This is the Hot Dogger.
The 1970 hot dog cooker. I guess it electrocutes the hot dogs and cooks them. Let's see if it works.
Oh my God, you put them on like metal spikes.
Yeah. All right.
That looks like an old VHS. Like, remember, like you had the old VHS
the rewind machine.
Oh, that's so funny.
But look at that. You're plugging it into, you're essentially electrocuting flesh.
Be like, here, complete the circuit and cook your hot dogs at the same time.
That's what it was. Somebody's like, hey, we're doing this in science class. We could sell this.
Right.
Well, shouldn't it go through some kind of product inspection? Who approved this? I don't know how this got sold because you could electrocute yourself and burn your house down. Okay, so here it goes. The hot dogs are in there. You bring the thing down. You're right. It does look like it either looks like
like a tape deck.
I was just going to say, it looks like a cassette rewinder or remember you used to carry around a thing that would hold your cassette tapes? So you could bring them into the car or to a friend's house or something. That's what it's looking like here.
Oh my God.
Look at that. There's sparks shooting from the sides of one of the hot dogs. Smoke's coming out of it.
Oh my God. So essentially what you've done is that you've taken hot dogs, you've taken meat, you stuck them on two spikes, you've completed a circuit, and now you're electrifying a hot dog. But by the way, you know what you need? You need to close it so you can create steam to create water to go back on the electricity to burn your house down.
Yeah, this was also during a time when people didn't think to grill hot dogs. Maybe in the 70s, you didn't have a grill in your backyard.
Oh my God.
They would boil hot dogs in a pot. And that's how
I grew up for the longest time.
Right. Yeah, me too. They would boil hot dogs in a pot. So it's like, essentially, who needs the pot and the water when you can just electrify them into this thing here? Oh, this is another thing. I'm going to go back here for a second where he's plugging it into the wall. All right, hot dogs are in set, or he's putting pulling the device closed. There's no power button to turn on and off. It's if you plug it in or not, the thing is on. If you say you open it up and you forget to unplug it, you go to get a fork to take out the hot dogs. You completed the circuit and you electrocuted yourself.
How many deaths happened at the hands of this machine?
I'm sure plenty. They probably sold this to third world nations after they couldn't sell it here. And this is probably huge in the Philippines or somewhere like Southeast Asia. So if he plugs it in to turn it on. So look, we're watching the hot dogs get electrocuted again. There's sparks shooting out the ends of the hot dogs.
The smoke and the water, like the condensation on the little greenhouse that they've created with these hot dogs is wild.
Look at the flashing from the electricity. It looks like if you're looking at transformers across your neighborhood during a hurricane and you're just seeing power grids blow. It's essentially the same way they're cooking the hot dog here. They're tripping transformers to blow everything up.
Or do you remember those old toys where like it was like a car and like you would roll it and it would create sparks?
Mm-hmm.
That's exactly what's happening.
Yeah, it runs fine on the linoleum in your kitchen, but the second it hits that metal divider and goes into your living room with the shag carpeting, the house is on fire and everyone's dead. Maybe not that dramatic. But see, look, there's no power switch. You have to yank the plug. He didn't even go to the base to pull it out. He just pulled the cord to yank it out of the outlet, opening up. There's your hot dogs. Look at that one that we saw at the beginning where it started getting electrocuted. It exploded.
One of them split in half.
Yeah, it exploded. Look at all the smoke up by his light fixtures, his smoke detector. It's saying, don't try this at home.
I hate that this guy's house is set up like mine. That could be my kitchen right now.
Yeah, you all got your fucking housing from Pergaments or something.
Yeah.
But look at this. Yeah. Anyway, so there's the 1970s ad for the hot dogger. I'm sure you could find it on eBay or at the fine flea markets in your area. If you do get this, please video it and send it to us. We like to see it before, and hopefully you don't electrocute yourself and burn your hot dog. Burn your house. I don't care about the hot dog. Burn your house down is what I meant to say. Electrified saying, and I love hot dogs. I love hot dogs too. But I'm not cooking it that way. I'll go back to boiling it in pot. My uncle used to make them because he was a big football fan, Jets fan. Mm-hmm. He was making big fucking Sunday meals for football games before it became the thing. You know, he was just doing it on his own. He had a giant pot of hot dogs. He would just buy the big bricks of hot dogs, dump them in there, and he was cooking them in Budweiser. He would just pour beer into the pot, drop the hot dogs in there, and boil them. And that's how you had your hot dogs. He'd boil them in beer.
Sounds good.
Didn't know any better as a kid. They tasted fantastic. Nowadays, it's like, why are you boiling the hot dog? Grill it. You know, if not on a flame grill, do it on the blacktop, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Proper way to
get a little char on it.
Big Red Tower. Hello, my friend. Imagine burning your house down, but the hot dogs were delicious. How about imagining burning your house down and then trying to explain it to the insurance company?
Right.
How did this start? And then they pull out this 1970s hot dog electrocution device and they go, we don't cover this. Did you purposely set to burn your house down for the insurance money? No, I thought I was making a meal for the family.
It didn't have any settings. What was I supposed to do?
I saw it on television. I didn't know what to say. Jung is in town. Hi, Jung. It's the cornballer from Arrested Development. I forgot all about that.
The cornballer or the fun cooker from 30 Rock.
Oh, yeah. That was an electrical problem too, right?
Oh, yeah. Well, it kept burning people.
And then it's like, yeah, you can buy small hot dog roll. Yeah, Oscar Mayer sells a set that you can do. It's even got the little bun thing at the bottom. Like if you get a hot dog at like 7-Eleven, they have the thing under the rollers that heat the buns with the stainless steel drawers and all that. You could get that for your house. There's no need to imagine inviting in today's day and age. You should do it. You have a football party. Say you're a big sports fan. You invite friends over to watch the playoffs. The Super Bowl's coming up. Do it at your Super Bowl party. All right, I'm going to go start cooking the hot dogs, and you're in the kitchen, and the lights are flickering because the amount of power you're draining into this unregulated device to essentially explode the hot dogs.
I just found one for $30. I may end up getting it just for the joke. I'm saving this page.
All right.
Yeah, $30.
All right. Do we do it one more? Or do we go to segment 2 now?
If it's short, do a short one.
You pick.
You got a short one.
You pick. I mean,
making me pick.
All right. You want me to pick?
No, do another ad. Like do the Vampire Kids game. We'll end it up with that.
Did we do the Poncho song?
I don't think so. No.
Okay. All right. You want to do that? We'll end on the vampire ad then.
Okay.
That's what you want to do. All right. So this was a game in the 1980s. I was not aware of this because I had a lot of these fantastic toys and a lot of crappy toys.
Yeah.
Too back in the day. My mom loved this one toy I had. I think the company's name was Toby, Toby, if I'm remembering it correctly. And it was a foldable bowling lane. And you could open it up and it had the thing where at the end, they were like connected to the lane. They would pop up, would be the bowling pins. You had a bowling ball that you would wind up, and
was it the little one, the small thing,
and it would hop down the lane.
Fuck, I know the name of this thing. I know what you're talking about.
I think the company's called Toby.
Strolling bowling.
What?
I think it was called strolling bowling.
Strolling bowling. All right.
Yeah, look it up. But yeah, the little pin, like the pins would pop up, like it was like built into the actual lane, and they pop up.
Yeah. I had no idea about this thing. I got bored of it real fast. My mom thought it was fantastic. She loved it, but not every toy is fucking fantastic. Point being is this was an ad for a vampire game for your children.
Love it.
Do you know of this toy?
I might if you've played it, but I can't off the top of my head. I can't think of
the toy. I believe the name of this toy is called I Want to Suck Your Blood.
I'm in. Let's do this.
All right.
I want to bite your finger. It's a Dracula game.
What the fuck? Okay. So there's a giant Dracula statue for the radio listeners. It has like a clock in his stomach or something, or at the base of the statue here.
Right.
You have to chance, like he has the old Bela Lugosi kind of thing where he has the cape over his mouth like this. So his hypnotic eye powers would, control you. But the cape moves away with his arm. His mouth is wide open.
Yeah.
And it's teeth, like you're playing chicken with a vampire's mouth. You're putting your finger in there, hoping that the thing doesn't chomp down and bite you. And this little girl apparently lost because look at this.
I want to bite your finger. It's a Dracula game.
She shoved her finger in there. The thing chomped down on her finger. She's bleeding.
The clock. Just try your luck. If Dracula's...
So there's a board game involved with it. And I guess if you land on a certain spot, there's a timer on the thing there for when the Dracula would be ready to bite your finger. Because that's what every kid looks forward to. Just, dismemberment, siphoning of your vital organs.
Cape opens, you have to put your finger in his mouth and press the lever. If he leaves a mark on your finger, you have to start over again.
He didn't bite me!
If you can sneak all the way around Dracula's house, you'll win the game.
You're not supposed to bite people.
It's a Dracula game.
I want to bite your finger.
Oh, it's not I want to suck your blood. I want to bite your finger is the name of the game.
From Hasbro.
Hasbro made that.
A legitimate toy company made this. This isn't like some kind of knockoff indie venture. Yeah, there's the Hasbro logo. So it's like, hey, kids, you might as well just do it with like a what is it called?
It's hypodermic needle friend.
No, you might as well just set an egg timer and try shoving your finger in and out of a cigar cutter, hoping that you don't cut your finger off with that. But it's like, hey, if we put a monster face on there, we could sell it to children. Intersect saying that's not blood. It's like,
don't ruin the bit.
I know, Intersect. We know it's still it's more horrifying is if the kids are getting infected, because back at that time too, if that really was the case, do you think children or a parent are going to remember to go and clean off the little needles that are the teeth in the game?
Little spikes.
You're going to have stained blood on there until it's like, hey, we used to play this game as a kid. Do it again. And all kinds of diseases. It's where hepatitis started.
My first typhoid set.
Yeah.
Available
in the toy aisle at Target. I Want to Bite Your Finger from Hasbro.
Play the other video file I just put in there and see if this is what you're looking for.
Oh, okay. There it is. There. Let's see.
Will you open up the gate? There's a little bowl of
yes, this is it.
You wind up the ball.
Look at that little guy. I remember this.
I hated this thing.
It's the same design as the hot dog thing. Everything was rectangle shaped in the 80s.
It's the leftover casing when they had to pull it off the market. It's like, we have all this plastic casing. What are we doing?
we'll just make a bowling set.
And I'll take it one step further. That that device that flips the pins up and down fairly easy. When they had to discontinue this game, they just took that same mechanism and made it Guess Who.
Yeah, it's true.
It's like, oh, knock them all down. Pff, pops right back up. Oh, you're the bald guy. You win.
Have braces?
Strollin' Bowlin' is a little portable bowling alley from Tommy.
Tommy.
Not Toby. Tommy.
That's so funny.
That was the thing. Good on you for finding that, my friend.
I try. I'm useful every now and then.
You are. Or keep telling yourself that. DJ saying, do the DJ Electrify Pee Break song. I didn't know you had a Pee Break song.
Oh, no. You have a Pee Break song?
We can't do it right now. We don't have it loaded, but if you want to send it to us, we'll do that for next week. I'll definitely play it on this show. Why not? What do I care? We do need to take a break. When we come back, we've got television, movies, streaming updates, podcast news, as video streaming platforms are getting more and more into the podcast game. We're going to talk about all of that coming up next.
More, it's Eric Nagel. It's Eric Nagel. Next.